Race 3, there will be win, place, exacta, and trifecta wagering. Race 3, number 1, Fire in the Rain. Make the driver Rod Adams Jr. Rod Adams Jr. driving number 1, Fire in the Rain. Number 4, Go Pyromaniac has been scratched, personal. Scratch the number 4 horse, Go Pyromaniac, personal. Number 5, Captain Said. Change the driver to Emmanuel Miller. Emmanuel Miller will drive number 5, Captain Said. Turn to race 4. Race 4, there'll be win, place, show, exacta, and trifecta wagering. And the purse should be $12,660. The purse in race 4 should be $12,660. Number 3, RC Enterprise. Change the driver to Hank Levan. Hank Levan will drive number 3, RC Enterprise. Number 5, Uncle Rat. Change the driver to Mark St. Louis Jr. Mark St. Louis Jr. will drive number 5, Uncle Rat. Turn to race 5. Race 5, there will be win, place, show, exacta, and trifecta wagering. Turn to race 6. Race 6, there will be win, place, exacta, and trifecta wagering. Race 6, you may scratch the number 1 horse, personal. Scratch the number 1 horse, personal, in race 6. Number 5, Suds and Ritz. Change the driver to Hank Levan. Hank Levan will drive number 5, Suds and Ritz. Turn to race 7. Race 7, there will be win, place, exacta, and trifecta wagering. Race 7, number 4, Always 18. Change the driver to Drew Neal. Drew Neal will drive number 4, Always 18. And you may scratch the number 5 horse, the Ebony Dragon, personal. Scratch the number 5 horse, the Ebony Dragon, personal. Turn to race 8. Race 8, there will be win, place, show, exacta, and trifecta wagering. Race 8, number 2, there's an owner change on that horse. Change the owners to Emmanuel Miller of Delaware, Ohio, and David Warnstaff of Ashley, Ohio. Emmanuel Miller of Delaware, Ohio, and David Warnstaff of Ashley, Ohio are the new owners, and make the driver Emmanuel Miller. Emmanuel Miller will drive number 2, OBS ACH. Turn to race 9. Race 9, there'll be win, place, exacta, and trifecta wagering. Win, place, exacta, and trifecta wagering. And at the bottom, it should read, the Ohio Harness Horsemen Association contributed $2,500 toward the total purse. It should be $2,500 instead of $5,000. Turn to race 10. Race 10, there'll be win, place, exacta, and trifecta wagering. Win, place, exacta, and trifecta wagering. Race 10, number 3, Hillary's Girl. Make the driver Rod Adams Jr. Rod Adams Jr. will drive number 3, Hillary's Girl. Turn to race 11. Race 11, there'll be win, place, show, exacta, and trifecta wagering. And again, at the bottom, that should be $2,500 instead of $5,000. The Ohio Harness Horsemen Association contributed $2,500 toward the total purse for this race. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Good morning, racing fans, and welcome to the Defiance County Fair here in Hicksville, Ohio, early on a Saturday morning.
It is early, 10 o'clock, 10 a.m.
Unusual to be here this early.
Before we get started, happy birthday, Susan.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So Doug Ballinger, Matt Clark, and myself, Susan, are here to bring you all the action. We've got 11 races, 56 horses, 36 different trainers. This is the postponed from Tuesday. You guys were all here Tuesday? Or
Wednesday.
You were here. You were here Wednesday.
I was in Lima. Roger Houston and I was here Wednesday for the regularly scheduled Wednesday card.
Yeah, I'm glad they get to race, but it's kind of a shame they had to do it at 10 in the morning because, there was a big crowd here Wednesday.
A very big crowd.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, but since the beer garden's not open at 10, they changed things
a little. They had
a
big crowd in the beer garden. Nice little bar they have set up there. Great idea.
That is. It's really cute. It must be the top of a silo.
Yes.
I'm figuring. The one of the first years I came here for OHHA, they had me set up the tent right next to the beer tent. That was the wildest night for trivia and stuff that I ever had because
that was before the broadcast started.
Yeah, that was before that. We just went down and did trivia and gave away stuff, and being right next to the beer tent made a big difference. Okay, so let's turn it over to Bill Peters for the post parade of the 2-year-old filly Pace.
Race 1. This is the first division of the 2-year-old filly Pace, going for a purse of $6,950 and a blanket courtesy of Jewel Grain Company. Number 1 is Jeannie's Baby Girl, owned by Jeff Bath of Defiance, Ohio, trained and driven by Pierce Henry. Number 2 is Ray's Parlay Girl, owned and trained by Bill Webb of Defiance, the driver Mark Hedworth. Number 3 is Squaw, owned by Frederick Reed IV of Delaware, trained by Ron Stack, the driver is Curtis Harper. Number 4 is Mount Camus, owned by Hagerman Racing and Melinda Hirschberger of Mount Vernon, Ohio, trained by Herman Hagerman, the driver Emmanuel Miller. And number 5 is Kathy's Clown, owned by Jerry Meisel of Westland, Michigan, trained by Steve Novak, the driver Mark St. Louis Jr. Horses will take one long score and go to the gate. Mutual windows closing in 4 minutes. There's win, place, show, exacta, and trifecta wagering here in race 1. Divvy double on races 1 and 2. They will be scoring 5 wide today. They will be scoring 5 wide here today.
Okay, so that is your post parade. We can take a little closer look at these 2-year-old fillies. The one, Jeannie's Baby Girl, Pierce Henry will drive. He's also the trainer. Jeffrey Batt is the owner and breeder. We've got 4 homebreds in this race, which is kind of unusual.
Good to see the homebreds.
It is. It's nice to see. This filly is by Dancing Yankee out of Real Desire Mare. 4 starts on the year, has 2 seconds. Raced good her first couple of starts. Ottawa finished second in 2-7-3, but came home in 29-4 that race, and then had another second at Marion with a break into the stretch. So we'll see what Jeannie's Baby Girl can do today.
2, Ray's Parlay Girl. Mark Hedworth drives for trainer Bill Webb. Webb also owns. This is a 2-year-old bay filly by Cheyenne Ray. 6 starts this year, is yet to hit the board. A little over $2,000 in earnings for the 2, Ray's Parlay Girl.
Squaw, Curtis Harper will drive from the 3-hole for trainer Ron Steck. Owner breeder Frederick Reed IV, a lather-up filly out of a Pet Rock mare, Gammy's Rockstar, has had 6 starts on the year, 1 second and 3 thirds, earned almost $5,000. Last start out, finished 3rd at Napoleon, just back by about 8 lengths, and paced her mile in 2-4 3.
Manuel Miller drives a 4, Mount Camus for Herman Hagerman. Manny Miller had 3 wins on Wednesday night here at the Defiance County Fair. 7 starts this year for Mount Camus, has 3 wins, 3 seconds, $13,500. A winner, 3 back, 205 3, where she took her mark at Bowling Green.
Kathy's Clown, the driver, Mark St. Louis Jr., Steve Novak, the trainer, and Gerald Mijal, the owner and breeder. This is a Dancing Yankee filly out of a Jerome's Jet mare, Jet Dream. 8 starts on the year, 1 win, and that was back a few starts ago at Tiffin in 2-4. Last start out race in the Buckeye Stallion Series at Scioto Downs. Finished 6th, but was individually timed in 55 3, coming the last quarter in 28 seconds.
Well, a field of 5. 2-year-old filly Pacers. Mike Wepkenberg has the wings of the gate opened.
So they are going to score 5 today.
Wide.
You scored 4 the other night?
4 the other day. A lot of muck and mud right up against the wall there. Track looks good today.
It does. There's really no drainage here.
No drainage right in there. Yes.
That would make it tough.
Mount Camus and Kathy's Clowns going in that order from the roundabout. Here they come. They're off and pacing. The first horse away on the outside is Mount Camus. Down at the rail second is Ray's Parlay Girl. In their third at the rail is Jean's Baby Girl. Up on the outside fourth is Squaw. And the last horse is Kathy's Clown. As they make the turn now to head down the backside to race over toward that quarter-mile mark, Emmanuel Miller has Mount Camus on top by 2 lengths. Pacing in their second is Ray's Parlay Girl, driven by Mark Edworth. Moving along third is Jean's Baby Girl, driven by Pierce Henry. Racing in their fourth is Squad, driven by Curtis Harper. And the last horse is Kathy's Clown, driven by Mark St. Louis Jr. First quarter paced in 31 and 4/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stand for the first time. That's Mount Camus by a length and a half. Ray's Parlay Girl continues to pace in their second with Jean's Baby Girl third. Squaw is in their fourth. The last horse is Kathy's Clown. Horses are well bunched as they race down toward the half-mile mark. That's Emmanuel Miller and Mount Camus bringing the horses down to the half. Sitting in the golden chair second is Mark Edworth with Ray's Parlay Girl. Up on the outside third is Squaw. And racing in their fourth at the rail, Jean's Baby Girl. And the last horse, Kathy's Clown, also on the move. First half paced in 103 and 2/5. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that 3/4 mile mark. The one to catch is Mount Camus. The closest horse second along the rail is Ray's Parlay Girl. On the outside third is Squaw. At the rail fourth is Jean's Baby Girl. And the last horse now showing a lot of pace is Kathy's Clown. Going past that 3/4 mile mark. That's still Mount Camus with a lead, but Ray's Parlay Girl second along the rail. Third on the extreme outside is Kathy's Clown. 3 quarters in 133 and 2/5. As they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. That's Mount Camus with a lead. Ray's Parlay Girl and Kathy's Clown look like they're going to battle it out for place position. As they race for home, it's Mount Camus, Kathy's Clown, and Ray's Parlay Girl. It's going to be Mount Camus, wire to wire, and here's the outcome. Looks like Ray's Parlay Girl got up for place with Kathy's Clown for show. A mile in 2:03 and 3/5.
Back half, 1 minute and a 1/5. For the winner, Mount Camus made it look pretty easy, Susan.
Yeah, absolutely did. Had them by, 8, 9 at the 3/4 pole, and then they started to catch up a little. Kathy's Clown made a big 3-wide move.
Yes.
But just couldn't get up any better than third.
This is a 2-year-old bay filly by Catch the Fire. Was a bargain at the Blooded Horse sale last fall, $4,500. 4th win of her career. Talking about the Blooded Horse sale, that's coming up Tuesday. A big day Tuesday. Horse sale. They're racing at Mount Gillian. They're racing at Van Wert. They're racing at Finley, and Southern Valley Circuit is Caldwell. Yes. 4 fairs going on and a horse sale.
I'd like to thank everybody for watching, but today we've got Mark Wald from London, England, watching on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is cool. Yeah, I wonder what time he had to get up. or if it's later.
Yeah.
I can't keep that straight, which way it is.
And now moving down the track into the winner's circle. One of the winners go. Coming in from Mount Vernon. Number 4, Mount Camus. Owned by Hagerman Racing and Melinda Hirschberger. Trained by Herman Hagerman. Driven to victory this morning by Emmanuel Miller. Now the blanket for this race is courtesy of Jewel Grain Company.
Picking right up where he was the other night. You said he had 3 wins the other night?
Wins.
And here
Herman Hagerman, I believe, had 3 training wins.
Miller and Mount Camus and the Jewel Grain Company, the donors of the blanket.
Kind of rare for Herman to be able to get in the win picture, usually out warming something up.
Yes.
Race 1 from the top. Number 1, Jean's Baby Girl was 4th. Number 2, Ray's Parlay Girl was 2nd. Was 5th. Number 4, Mount Camus was the winner. Number 5, Kathy's Clown was 3rd. Time of the first quarter was 31 4/5. The half was in 103 2/5. The 3 quarters in 133 2/5. With a mile in 203 3/5. From the top grade, 4, 2, 5, 1, 3 on the bottom. A mile in 203 3/5. New lifetime mark for Mount Camus. In the upcoming race 2, number 3, Vanellope. The driver will be Hank Levan. Hank Levan will drive number 3, Vanellope, in race 2. There will be win, place, show, exacta, and trifecta wagering. Need representatives of Dan.
Awfully nice start to the Mount Camus careers. 8 starts, 4 wins in 3 seconds. Boy, that's an outstanding
and a bargain
start.
at $4,500.
Yeah. Yep, she's up to 13, 16, is about 17,000 now for.
Yep.
Yep.
Pushing 18.
Stars in My Crown, raced on August 17th at Wellington, was 3rd at the quarter, 1 1/4 lengths behind. 2nd at the half, 2 lengths behind. 2nd at the 3 quarters, 2 lengths behind. 2nd at the top of the stretch, a head behind. Finished 2nd, 3/4 of a length behind. Her actual time, 2:02 1/5. Last quarter in 31 seconds. Dollar odds, 50 cents. Driver, Drew Neal. Trainer, Herman Hagerman. Speed of an Angel also raced on August 17th at Wellington. Had post position 1. Was first at the quarter, 3/4 of a length ahead. Was first at the half, 2 lengths ahead. Was first at the 3 quarters, 2 lengths ahead. Was first at the top of the stretch, ahead. And finished 3rd, 7.5 lengths behind. Her actual time was 2:03 2/5. Last quarter in 32 3/5. Dollar odds, $10. Driver, Emmanuel Miller. Trainer, Emmanuel Miller.
It's on to the second race, 3-year-old filly trotters for $6,790. Chuck Peter Memorial. Field of 6, Hank Levan will drive the 3, Vanellope. If you want to put a program off at home, I'm sure they're probably up this morning. HarnessRacingOhio.com. We can do that. We'll be back to take a look at this second race right after we hear from these fine sponsors.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year, Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out, Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
The roots of harness racing are born at the county fair. For over 150 years, people have gathered to watch horses battle it out for fame and glory. Catch the thrills this summer at an Ohio Fair Racing Conference County Fair. The OFRC races at 22 fairs in 20 Ohio counties. Trotters and pacers put it all on the line to be called the best in the Buckeye State. The Ohio Fair Racing Conference, where the path to greatness begins.
Have you heard about Bob? It's the Buckeye Owner Bonus, the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association's new incentive program. The program is for people who purchase yearlings or retain their homebreds out of mares registered and eligible for the OHHA's Breeders' Award program at the upcoming 2025 sales. The total bonus will be 1/2 the amount designated for that year's Breeders' Award program. For more information about the Buckeye Owner Bonus, visit OHHA.com or call 614-221-3650.
Well, there you heard the commercial on Bob. Tell us about Bob. You were in the office when that was all set up.
Yeah, that's a really exciting new incentive program. What it's going to do is it's going to give the owners of these horses that race at 2 and 3. We're only going to pay out 2 and 3-year-olds, and it's only you get paid out on what they make in stake races. So basically what it's going to come to is whoever owns that horse on November 1st of their racing year. So it'll start with the yearlings of 25, so foals of 24, yearlings of 25 that will race in 26. Whoever owns that horse on November 1st of 26 is going to get an owner's bonus on the stake races that they had all summer. It's very similar to the Breeders' Award. And the way that they become eligible is that the mares had to be eligible for the Breeders' Award. So it's a long process, but it's going to be great for people. And you don't have to sell it. Hopefully it's going to help the prices on the yearlings at the sales, because you can think, boy, I'm going to get a check, next year on top of all the purses that I'm going to win. I'm going to get a check. But also for those that just want to keep their horses, it's the same thing. You will get that check as long as your mare was eligible for the Breeders' Awards.
What was the percentage you would get?
We're not sure yet, because this is the first year we're going to do it. Breeders' Awards are anywhere from 6 to 12% of what the horse made, and this will be about half of that. So for some of them, it could be a 3% check or a 6% check. It's going to be nice.
Now, who works on stuff like this? The breeders that's in with the Ohio Harness Horsemen side of it, or? Yeah,
the breeders talked about this a lot at board meetings about how to incentivize people to buy Ohio breds that aren't dual eligible or things like this, because these are only going to be eligible for the Ohio program. This isn't going to be a horse that was born in Kentucky or anything like that. It's strictly to help the Ohio. And Steve Bateson was the one that kind of came up with the parameters and how it might work. And then the whole board talked about it and agreed, and it is a good program. We're getting a lot of questions about it. There's some misconceptions out there. But if you're at a sale, you should see someplace on the pedigree page either something that says that they're Buckeye owner bonus eligible or the logo.
Filly Trot, going for a purse of $6,790 and a blanket this division, courtesy of Dan Lember, auctioneer realtor. Number 1 is Gone in a Flash, owned by Tom Moore Jr. and Peyton Moore of Napoleon, trained and driven by Tom Moore Jr. Number 2 is Stars in My Crown, owned by Anthony Miller of Dundee, Ohio, and Hagerman Racing of Mount Vernon, Ohio, trained by Herman Hagerman, the driver Drew Neal. Number 3 is Vanellope, owned by Jessica Rogner of Streetsboro, Ohio, trained and driven by Hank LeMan. Number 4 is Speed of an Angel, owned by Emmanuel Miller of Delaware, Ohio, and Peter Gentile Jr. of Daytona Beach, Florida, trained and driven by Emmanuel Miller. Number 5 is Cara Donna T, owned by Ivan and Duke Sugg of Deisler, trained by Duke Sugg, the driver Mark Hedworth. Now, number 6 is Corfu Flexing, owned by Hoopanet Racing, LLC of Delaware, and Roy Justice of Marysville, trained by Roy Justice, the driver Pierce Henry. Horses will take one long score and go to the gate. Mute your windows closing in 4 minutes. There's Win, Place, Show, Exacta, and Trifecta Wagering here in race 2.
Well, Susan, coming off the rail in his 3-year-old filly trot is the one Gone in a Flash. Tom Moore Jr. trains, drives, and owns in partnership with Peyton Moore of Napoleon. This is the 3-year-old bay filly by Uncle Peter, a $10,000 Buckeye Classic purchase 2 years ago. 9 starts, has a win in those 9 starts, 2 seconds and 4 thirds. Lifetime right at $20,000. Took a mark as a 2-year-old at Sauda Downs of 158-2. Last time out was a winner by 5 lengths at Napoleon of 203-1. The one, Gone in a Flash.
The 2, Stars in My Crown, Drew Neal drives for trainer Herman Hagerman. Anthony Miller and Hagerman Racing own this Marseille filly. She's out of a Swan for All mare. 19 starts on the year, 7 wins, 3 seconds and 2 thirds. Just racing outstanding. Has $50,000 on her card. Won 3 back-to-back races at Attica, Mansfield, and Bowling Green, but also won a race earlier at Scioto Downs in 155-1.
Hank LeVan will drive the 3, Vanellope, for Jessica Rogner. Hank also trains. This is a 3-year-old bay filly by Enterprise out of the Craze mare. Crazy About Naya, homebred. 8 starts on the year, has 3 seconds, 3 thirds. 8,900 lifetime, 7,400 this year. Took a mark as a qualifier at Northfield Park of 206.
Emmanuel Miller drives Speed of an Angel. He also trains and co-owns along with Peter Gentile. This is a Marseille filly out of a Muscle Massive mare. 12 starts this year, 3 wins. Has earned almost $15,000. Has a mark of 2-1-2 at Northfield Park. Last start out at Wilmington, did finish third, individually timed in 2-3-2.
5, Caradonna T. Mark Edworth for Duke Sugg. Ivan and Duke Sugg of Deschler owned 3-year-old bay filly by Long Tom. $21,000 Lexington Select purchase. 19 starts this year. Did not race last year. Has 2 wins, a second, a third. Just shy of $25,000 earlier in the season. Took a mark at Miami Valley of 157.
And from the second tier, Corfu Flexing. Pierce Henry will drive. Roy Justice trains and co-owns along with Hoofin' It Racing from Delaware, Ohio. A Flex the Muscle out of an SJ's Caviar mare. 7 starts this year, 1 second. That was back at Bucyrus, but 2 starts back, race at Scioto Downs and a non-winners of 1, and did trot her mile in 2 minutes and 3/5. Someone asked if we were going to announce the payoffs, and we can't because
We have no way of getting them.
No, yep, there is no tote board out here. And found out that it's actually 3 o'clock in England.
I just saw that, yes.
Yeah.
3 o'clock in England.
So Mark Wall just got back from visiting the Royal Guard. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Rebecca's watching from Batavia Downs. Millard from Pennsylvania. Reggie from Indiana.
Big races, I believe, at Batavia tonight. Somebody
there?
said, yes. I forget who's racing there tonight. There's a big stake there of some kind, I'm pretty sure.
So lining up down the backside on the way to the gate, the first horse in at the rail will be Gone in a Flash. And count Stars in My Crown. Vanellope, Speed of an Angel with Caradonna T on the outside in the first tier. 1 trailer, Corfu Flexing. Starting gate is rolling now.
Probably scoping out the horses, huh?
Not too far a drive probably for Roger.
Right.
Here they come. They're off and trotting. The first horse away is Stars in My Crown. At the rail, second is Gone in a Flash. Up on the outside, third is Vanellope. Moving up fourth is Speed of an Angel. Racing in there fifth is Caradonna T. And the last horse, after going off straight at the start, is Corfu Flexing. As they make the turn heading down the backside to race over that quarter-mile mark, Drew Neal has Stars in My Crown on top by 2 lengths. Racing second is Speed of an Angel, driven by Emmanuel Miller. Third is Gone in a Flash, driven by Tom Moore Jr. Fourth is Vanellope, driven by Hank Levan. Fifth is Caradonna T, driven by Mark Hedworth. The last horse, Corfu Flexing, driven by Pierce Henry. First quarter trotted in 30 and 1/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stand for the first time, that Stars in My Crown with the lead. 2.5 lengths back, second is Speed of an Angel. Racing third is Gone in a Flash. Fourth is Vanellope. Caradonna T is fifth, and Corfu Flexing trails. No change as they come to the half-mile mark. That Stars in My Crown by 1.5 lengths. Racing second is Speed of an Angel, followed by Gone in a Flash third, and Vanellope fourth, and then comes Caradonna T and Corfu Flexing. First half trotted in 1 minute and 2/5 seconds. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over to that 3/4 mile mark. The one to catch is Stars in My Crown. The closest horse second is Speed of an Angel, now ranging up on the outside. Third is Gone in a Flash. Fourth along the rail is Vanellope. Caradonna T is fifth and trailing Corfu Flexing. Going to the 3/4 mile mark. That's still Stars in My Crown with the lead. Gone in a Flash is now second. Speed of an Angel third, and Vanellope is also on the outside fourth. 3 quarters in 1:31 and 4/5 as they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. That Stars in My Crown with the lead. On the rail second is Gone in a Flash. On the outside third is Vanellope. As they race through the lane, that's Stars in My Crown, Vanellope, and Gone in a Flash. Stars in My Crown and Vanellope. Stars in My Crown and Vanellope. It's going to be Stars in My Crown. And here they all come. Vanellope up for place. Gone in a Flash for show. A mile and 2:02.
Stars in My Crown still just racing so good. That makes 8 wins on the year, 10 wins lifetime, over $70,000.
$70,000 lifetime. A $15,000 Ohio Select purchase. Drew Neal for Herman Hagerman. The 3-year-old Bay Philip of Marseille made it look easy. Gate to wire, 30 1/5, a minute 2/5, 1:31 4 home in 2:02. As Susan mentioned, to get her 8th of the year. Anthony Miller of Dundee and Hagerman Racing of Mount Vernon own this 3-year-old filly.
Herman Hagerman takes the daily double.
Yes.
And used 2 of our
2 different drivers.
The great young drivers, Manuel Miller and Drew Neal, both of them just
up and coming.
So good,
drivers.
yeah. Drew Neal is 25 and Emmanuel Miller 27, so lots of years of racing ahead for those guys. It's just a really beautiful morning here in Hicksville.
The wind just kicked up a little bit here,
Yeah.
a little bit of a breeze. Actually, I do have a windbreaker with me. I might need that.
Dundee and Mount Vernon, Ohio, comes number 2, Stars in My Crown. Owned by Anthony Miller and Hagerman Racing, trained by Herman Hagerman, and driven to victory this morning by Drew Neal. And Stars in My Crown has just trotted to a new fair track record for 3-year-old filly trotters, trotting that mile in 2:02 flat. The old fair record was 2:02 and 8 in 2002 and Miss Perfection in 2017. The blanket for this race is courtesy of Dan Limber, Auctioneer Realtor. They'll get to receive that blanket right now. And then we'll have a picture taken with the Chuck Peter Memorial blanket, which will go to the winner of the horse that goes the faster division.
That's interesting.
The other blanket.
I'll let
Drew,
Bill finish.
Got another picture taken. Members of the Peter family are in the winner's circle for the Chuck Peter Memorial blanket to have the picture taken. Let's have a big hand here for Drew Neal and Stars in My Crown. And the Dan Limber, Auctioneer Realtor, the donor of the blanket, which the Stars in My Crown keeps. And also to the family of Chuck Peter for the Chuck Peter Memorial blanket, which will go to the winner of the faster division.
Get our complete rundown here momentarily.
I'll put one on there too.
Two from the top. Number 1, Gone in a Flash, was 3rd. Number 2, Stars in My Crown, was the winner. Number 3, Vanellope, was 2nd. Number 4, Speed of an Angel, was 4th. Number 5, Caradonna T, was 5th. And number 6, Corfu Flexing, was 6th. Time of the first quarter was 30 1/5. The half was in a minute and 2/5. The 3/4 in 1:31 4/5. With a mile in 2:02. From the top to read 3, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. A mile in 2:02. A new 3-year-old filly trotting track record for the Defiance County Fair. In the upcoming race 3, number 1, Fire in the Rain. The driver will be Rod Adams Jr. Rod Adams Jr. driving number 1, Fire in the Rain. Number 4, Go Pyromaniac has been scratched. At number 5, Captain Said, the driver will be Emmanuel Miller. Emmanuel Miller will drive number 5, Captain Said. There will be win, place, exacta, and trifecta wagering in race 3.
So as Bill said, that is a new track record for 3-year-old filly trotters. I have on my sheet, I have that they have, that was the track record, as he said, the fair track record, because he said that. He pointed that out. Because there is a matinee 3-year-old filly track record. Security agreement from 1994, 2 minutes flat. So I know Bill gave me that at one point that said that was a matinee, but those weren't really official.
Yes.
But that horse did trot in 2 minutes flat back in 1984 on here, so we want to note that, right?
Okay. So on to race 3 we go. 2-year-old colt pace. $6,980 for this total purse. This division for $4,206. Rod Adams, as Bill mentioned, will drive the 1. We're going to scratch the 4. Go Pyromaniac. Field of 4 for the 3rd. We'll be back to take a look at these 4 2-year-old colt pacers right after this.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
We are back at Hicksville, Ohio, the Defiance County Fair, Ohio Fair Racing Conference action. Susan Schroeder, Doug Ballinger, Matt Clark. On to the 3rd, 2-year-old colt pace, Susan. But before we dig into this field in the post parade, a big day coming up Tuesday, a horse sale, the Blooded Horse Sale at Springfield. We're racing 3 different venues: Richwood, Van Wert, Mount Gilead, and Caldwell.
Yep, four fairs going on.
So the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association broadcast team will be very busy that day. Will they also have somebody at the sale?
I will be at the sale.
You'll be at the sale?
Yeah, yep. I was supposed to go to a fair, but Frank and I switched because I'm sure that there's going to be plenty of questions at the sale about the new Bob program.
So that'd be one thing you'll. But what do you actually? So the OHHA at every sale does have a booth.
Yeah, we usually
questions and different things.
Yeah, we usually try to set up. We're not usually at the August Blooded Horse Sale because we're usually racing at so many fairs. But with the new Bob program coming out, we felt it was imperative for somebody to be there and answer questions. At the November Blooded Horse Sale, we're always there because at that point in time we're taking a lot of the mayor registrations for the Breeders' Awards. So help out everybody doing that. And this year we're going to try and get to all of the yearling sales because of the Bob program.
So there's so many things behind scene that you do that people really don't even realize.
Yeah.
With the sales and the breeding and.
There is a lot. I mean, OHHA offers a tremendous amount to members. You just think about the insurance, the health insurance that trainers and drivers and grooms can get, the retirement. I don't know if there's any other state that does the retirement like we do. If you are a caretaker or groom in the state of Ohio, you can get retirement set aside for you at no cost except you have to be a member. I mean, that's amazing to me to be so forward thinking. This organization was very forward thinking in setting that kind of stuff up to help everybody because it's tough. You know, most of the trainers are self-employed. They're kind of their own contractor, and it's nice to be in a group where you can get insurance. So and they do have a great insurance program and retirement program. It's pretty fun, pretty great stuff to be, and all it takes is that you are a member, and a $65 membership. It also affords you a sulky insurance for the drivers. I think Rod Allums was talking to you about it one night.
Yes, he stopped on the air, yeah. That was just last week.
Yeah, so a lot of good things. We had a caretaker's appreciation 2 nights, one at Scioto and one at Northfield this year, to fed all the caretakers that were in that night or that came over that night, and gave them some swag. So to make sure that we show our appreciation to the hardworking people who take care of these horses day and night.
Getting ready for a post-parade, but big races tonight at Scioto Downs.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to tonight.
The $100,000 Send It In, the Nadia Lobel. That'll be a great card.
Yeah,
a lot of sire stakes action there tonight.
Lots, yeah. From what I heard, there's only one overnight race all night. All the rest are the stake races. And so great for Scioto to get those Grand Circuit races.
Yes.
$180 and a blanket given in memory of Deb Zimmerman, EA, by Priority Plus Tax Service. One is Fire in the Rain, all by Stephen Reese and Janie Weller of Republic, trained by Janie Weller, the driver Rod Allums Jr. Number 2 is Carmen's Oh So Famous, all by Dennis Paver of Raymond, Ohio, Joe Paver of Marysville, Ohio, trained by Joe Paver, the driver Pierce Henry. Number 3 is The Muffin Man, all by Gary Gilliland of Molina, trained by Chad Williamson, the driver Mark Hedworth. Number 4, Go Pyromaniac, has been drawn. And number 5 is Captain Said, owned by Deer Lake Stables LLC of Osseo, Michigan, trained by Thad Doty, the driver Emmanuel Miller. Horses will take one long score and go to the gate. Mute your windows, closing in 4 minutes. There's Win, Place, Exacta, and Trifecta wagering here in race 3.
Colt Pace, the 1, Fire in the Rain. Rod Allums Jr. will pick up the drive. Jane Weller, Tio Bago, the son of Catch the Fire. A $9,000 purchase owned by Stephen Reese of Republic and Jane Weller of Republic. 5 starts, has 2 wins, 2 seconds, $9,300, 59 and 4 at Tiffin. Number 2 is Carmen's Oh So Famous, Pierce Henry for Joe Paver. This is a 2-year-old Bago, the son of Western fame, out of the Mr. Wiggles mare. Oh So Wiggles Special. Partnership of Dennis Paver and Joseph Paver of Marysville and Raymond, Ohio. 8 starts, 4 wins, 3 seconds, 24,000 this year. 58 and 4 at Oak Harbor. Last time out, finished second. Beaten ahead, 2 minutes and 4/5 by Dragon Shadow. Mark Hedworth drives the 3, the Muffin Man for Chad Williamson. Geo Bay got him to Catch the Fire. Out of the Rock and Roll Hanover mare, Smiley Rocks. 5 starts, has 1/3 this year. Last time out, finished 4th, beaten 5 1/4 lengths at Napoleon, pacing a mile in 2:03. Number 4, Go Pyromaniac is scratched and completing the field, the 5. Captain Said, Manny Miller drives. Emmanuel Miller looking for his 2nd win on the day. That Doty trains his 2-year-old Bago, the son of Wells Said, for Deer Lake Stables of Michigan. 8 starts, has 2 wins, 3 seconds and 1/3, $12,628 this year. 2:03 at Attica, 2nd start back. Last start, finished 2nd, beaten 9 lengths, paced a mile in 2:03, beaten by I Am the Sea. That mile was on the 12th of August at Napoleon. That's the field of 4 for the 3rd, the 2-year-old Colt Pace. Field of horses completing their score. They'll be getting ready to go to the gate. Roger Wilkin will be joining us maybe right after this race, if he's got a minute, to talk about the finishing touches they're putting on their program at Van Wert. They'll be racing this Tuesday at 6 or 6:30, Roger? 6:30 this Tuesday. Depends on the entries. And then on Labor Day, and that'll be Labor Day, what time's post time? 12:30, 1 o'clock on Labor Day? 12 o'clock, 12 noon on Labor Day. You draw today, so you know how many entries you will have for Tuesday night's card. Mike Wepkenberg has called the horses to the gate. Fire in the Rain, Carmen's Oh So Famous, the Muffin Man, and Captain Said. A field of 4. Mike Wepkenberg's starting gate is rolling. It's post time for the 3rd here at the Defiance County Fair in Hicksville.
Here they come. Here up and pacing the first horse away at the rail. It's Fire in the Rain. On the outside second is Carmen's Oh So Famous. 3 wide is Captain Said, and the last horse is the Muffin Man. As they make the turn now to head down the backside to race over toward that quarter-mile mark, Pierce Henry takes over now with Carmen's Oh So Famous. On the outside second is Captain Said, driven by Emmanuel Miller. At the rail third is Fire in the Rain, driven by Rod Adams Jr. And the last horse is the Muffin Man, driven by Mark Edwards. Going past that quarter-mile mark, that's Carmen's Oh So Famous by about 4 lengths. Now racing second is Fire in the Rain. Dropping in third is Captain Said, and the last horse, the Muffin Man. First quarter pace in 31 2/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stand for the first time, Carmen's Oh So Famous shows on top by 4.5 lengths. Racing second is Fire in the Rain. Third is Captain Said, and trailing is the Muffin Man. No change as they race past the half-mile mark. That's Pierce Henry and Carmen's Oh So Famous by about 3 lengths over Fire in the Rain, and then comes Captain Said and the Muffin Man. First half paced in 58 2/5 seconds. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that 3/4 mile mark. The one to catch is Carmen's Oh So Famous. Racing in there second, that's Fire in the Rain. Moving along third is Captain Said, followed by the Muffin Man. Going to the 3/4 mile mark. Flying up on the outside now comes Fire in the Rain. Carmen's Oh So Famous still with the lead along the rail. Fire in the Rain on the outside second, and also on the move is Captain Said, followed by the Muffin Man. 3/4 in 129 3/5. And now Fire in the Rain sticks his nose out in front on the outside. Coming back second along the rail is Carmen's Oh So Famous, with Captain Said moving up a closer third. As they race toward home, it's Fire in the Rain, Carmen's Oh So Famous, and Captain Said. Fire in the Rain and Carmen's Oh So Famous. Fire in the Rain and Carmen's Oh So Famous. It's Fire in the Rain. Carmen's Oh So Famous up for place. Up for third is Captain Said. 1 mile and 2:01.
Fire in the Rain, Rod Adams tripped out 2:01. Fractions were set by Carmen's Oh So Famous at 31 2, 58 2, 129 3. Got a little tired at the end of it. Fire in the Rain was a beneficiary of those hot fractions. 2-year-old bay-gutted son of Catch the Fire out of the McArdle mare. Cold Mist, a $9,000 Ohio Select purchase last fall. 6 starts now, has 3 wins and 2 seconds. Earnings now a little over $13,000 on the year for Fire in the Rain. Stephen Reese, Republic, Gene Weller, Republic own. Gene Weller trains, and Rod Adams Jr. is in the sulky. Unofficially second, I had the 2, Carmen's Oh So Famous. Third to 5, Captain Said, and finishing fourth to 3, the Muffin Man. I believe Rod Adams Jr. had a winning drive Wednesday night. I believe that ended in a dead heat.
Ohio comes number 1, Fire in the Rain, owned by Stephen Reed, Gene Weller, and driven to victory this morning by Rod Adams Jr. The blanket for this race is given in memory of Deb Zimmerman, EA, by Priority Plus Tax Service. And Angie Powell was in the winner's circle for the trophy presentation.
I think so. Presentation. decent crowd on hand today, Matt. Boy, Wednesday night, this place was a full house.
Yeah, this is a big grandstand, and I think
Yes.
it was probably 80% full, and another few hundred down by the beer stand.
Here and Fire in the Rain at the Priority Plus Tax Service for giving this blanket in memory of Deb Zimmerman.
1, 2, 4. Scratch 3.
Here are the official placings for race 3 from the top. Number 1, Fire in the Rain was a winner. Number 2, Carmen's Oh So Famous was second. Number 3, The Muffin Man was fourth. Number 4, Go Pyromaniac had been drawn. And number 5, Captain Said was third. Time of the first quarter was 31 2/5. The half was in 58 2/5. The 3/4 in 129 3/5 with a mile in 2:01. From the top, it should read 1, 2, 4, scratch 3 on the bottom, the mile in 2:01. Coming race
3
4.
down, on to the 4th race, 3-year-old Colt Trot. $12,660 total purse. A field of 6, and we'll be back to take a look at these 6 trotters.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
This September, the thrill returns to Delaware, Ohio. It's the Little Brown Jug. World-class harness racing, heart-pounding action, and unforgettable fun. Join the tradition. Feel the roar. Be a part of history. We have several hospitality and ticket options, including the new Jug Social Club. Please visit littlebrownjug.com or call 1-800-DEL-FAIR. The Little Brown Jug, where champions are crowned.
All right, Doug.
We are back here at Hicksville at Defiance County Fair. Roger Wilkin enjoying the morning of racing before things heat up over there at Van Wert. You're the race director there. You open things up Tuesday evening at 6, Thursday and noon post on Labor Day. What do you expect for Tuesday with so many fairs going on?
Right now, it's hard to depend. I think we'll have enough entries. We wrote 7 or 8 races for Tuesday night. We got both the Harvest Trot and the Peony Pace, and we have the Ladies Pace scheduled besides stake races. So time will tell, I guess.
Probably anywhere from 9, 10, 11, 12 races.
Yeah, hopefully we have a...
Finley has a doubleheader that day. They race
Yes.
at 11 a.m. and back at 3. Mount Gilead is these 3 I'm going to mention here first are in the Ohio Fair Racing Conference.
Definitely.
Mount Gilead, Richwood, and Van Wert, and Caldwell also races. That is in the Southern Valley Circuit.
There's a lot of racing scheduled for the upcoming week.
Yes,
a lot of
over
fairs
Labor
going
Day.
on. Yes.
Yeah, especially over Labor Day. But that one day in particular, Tuesday, there's 4 fairs, plus you have the horse sale.
Yes, so
there's a lot in one day.
Yeah, a lot of action going on in the horse racing business right now.
So any big changes at Van Wert this year?
Not really. We eliminated Thursday afternoon program and went with something else in front of the grandstand. Try it, see how it works out for this year. But right now our track is hard and fast, and it's ready to go. We haven't had no rain all summer, so
yes.
I haven't.
Now I know you always have Veterans Day during the races. Is that going to be carried on yet this year? Will you honor the veterans during the races one day?
Yes, well, I think opening night they'll have a veterans ceremony, and then on Thursday.
Because I know they always enjoy that, getting to watch the races.
Yeah, then on Thursday the Gibson's barbecue feeds all the veterans. We moved that up to the Wallace Entertainment Tent. So Veterans Day is still planned, feeding them in a different location, but yeah, it's always a big event on Thursday. So.
Well, we're getting ready for a post parade. Just want to touch on Van Wert a little bit. Stick around here. Susan's got some other business to attend to. We'll go through this field here, get our post parade.
Right, going for a purse of $12,660 and a blanket courtesy of Sylvie Rose Bears of Edgerton. Number one is Uncle Johnny's Secret. All by Mike Sweeney of Delaware, Ohio, and Lemmer Racing LLC of Rockwood, Michigan. Trained by Mike Sweeney, the driver Emmanuel Miller. Number two is Hydroplane and Henry. All by Ernie Ayers of Sand Creek, Michigan. Ellen Belmore of Sylvania, Ohio. Trained by Ernie Ayers, the driver Pierce Henry. Number three is RC Enterprise. Alma Levan Stables and Harrison Levan of Woodstock, Ohio. Max Perry of Ohio, Mango, Ohio, and Richard Reese Freeze of Northfield, Ohio. Trained and driven by Hank Levan. Number four is Silverton. All by Rosie Weaver of Beach City, Ohio, and David Jury of Bucyrus, Ohio. Trained by Rosie Weaver, the driver Drew Neal. Number five is Uncle Rat. All by Railroad Express Stable of Grable, Indiana. Trained by Leroy Eicher, the driver Mark St. Louis Jr. And number six is Dr. Speed. Owned and trained and driven by Tom over Uncle Johnny's Secret. And on the outside third now comes RC Enterprise. First half trotted in 101 and 1/5. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that 3/4 mile mark. They've got to catch Silverton. The closest horse second along the rail is Uncle Johnny's Secret. RC Enterprise up on the outside third. And fourth and moving up now is Uncle Rat. Fifth is Dr. Speed. Front five well bunched as they go to the 3/4 mile mark. That's Silverton along the rail with the lead. Uncle Johnny's Secret is second. RC Enterprise third. Uncle Rat on the outside fourth. And Dr. Speed fifth. 3/4 in 132 and 3/5. As they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. That's still Silverton with the lead, but here comes Uncle Johnny's Secret up on the outside. It's Silverton at the rail and Uncle Johnny's Secret on the outside. Silverton and Uncle Johnny's Secret as they race through the lane. Silverton and Uncle Johnny's Secret. Silverton at the rail and Uncle Johnny's Secret on the outside. It's Uncle Johnny's Secret. Silverton up for place, up for show is RC Enterprise. A mile in 2:03 and 2/5.
.203 and 2. I believe we're back live. The winner, the one, Uncle Johnny's Secret. We picked up that race halfway through, I believe. Fractions of 31. 101 and 1, 132 and 3, 203 and 2. Uncle Johnny's Secret gets the 2-hole trip. Tripped out. Silverton and Drew Neal cut the fractions. Be the second win of the season for Uncle Johnny's Secret. Mike Sweeney, Patrick Sweeney, Delaware, Ohio, Lamar Racing. 3-year-old Big Old son of Uncle Peter out of the Muscles Yankee mare. Muscles Secret. Emmanuel Miller gets second winning drive of the day for Manny Miller. We apologize. We lost you for a few minutes.
Grab the blanket. Do we have the blanket for this race? And now moving down the track into the winner's circle where the winners go. Coming in from Delaware, Ohio and Rockwood, Michigan comes number one, Uncle Johnny's Secret. Owned by Mike Sweeney and Lemmer Racing LLC. Trained by Mike Sweeney and driven to victory this morning by Emmanuel Miller. Now, the blanket for this race is courtesy of Sylvie Rose Bears of Edgerton. Lauren Harper and Evelyn Herdig are in the winner's circle for the trophy presentation of the Sylvie Rose Bears blanket to Uncle Johnny's Secret. Let's do a big hand here for Emmanuel Miller and Uncle Johnny's Secret and the Sylvie Rose Bears of Edgerton, the donors of the blanket.
We'll wait our results here. We apologize once again for that difficulty we had.
Four from the top. Number 1, Uncle Johnny's Secret was a winner. Number 2, Hydroplaning Henry was 6th. Number 3, RC Enterprise was 3rd. Number 4, Silverton was 2nd. Number 5, Uncle Rat was 4th. Number 6, Dr. Speed was 5th. Time of the first quarter was 31 seconds. The half was in 1:01 and 1/5. The 3/4 in 1:32 and 3/5. With a mile in 2:03 and 2/5. From the top, it should read 1:63.245. A mile in 2:03 and 2/5.
Well, up next, 5th race, 2-year-old filly Pacers for $4,206 this division. A field of 6, Racing Artist, Gordy's Last Chance, Pink Lily, Seaside Dreams, Speedy as Hill, and Yankee Moonlight. We'll be back right after these messages.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
The future is bright in Ohio. Ohio Sire Stakes, Buckeye Stallion Series, 66 county and independent fairs. Whether it's the Ohio Sire Stakes, the Buckeye Stallion Series, or the county fairs, Ohio has a place for your racehorse. This year, Ohio breds are racing for nearly $23 million in stakes purses. Be part of the winning. Breed, buy, race, win in Ohio.
We are back here at Hicksville. On to the 5th race, 2-year-old filly Pace coming up. Field of 6. Roger Wilkin joins us. So you've been working the track all week. I know the other day you got the pylons all up.
Yes, like I said, we haven't had no rain all summer,
Yes.
so the track's hard and fast right now. I've been putting water on it every night, and it's really good shape right now. We did experience the other night, we had a trial run on our track lighting and found out we had a power surge, and so we replaced all the lighting yesterday.
Okay.
Put about 30 new lights up, so things you don't expect or want
Yes.
to do, but it happens,
Yes.
So this year we are having par mutual betting again, and some entertainment music in front of the grandstand during the races.
So the 5th race is a 2-year-old filly Pace. We'll take a look at these Fillies, beginning with one racing artist, Mark Hedworth, Bill Webb, right at 11,000 this year in 6 starts, has 2 wins, 2 seconds, 2 thirds. That's the one racing artist. Number 2 is Gordy's Last Chance, Curtis Harper for Ron Steck. Frederick Reed of Delaware owns. This is a homebred, the 2-year-old bay filly by Catch the Fire out of the 4-star Shark Mare. Gordy's Pet has 5 starts, yet to hit the board, 2,300 this year for the 2 Gordy's Last Chance. 3, Pink Lily, Drew Neal looking for his second driving win of the day. Jason Elser trains this 2-year-old bay filly by Rockingham Amadeus out of the Pilgrim's Punch Mare. Punches Pilgrim. This is also a homebred. Shirley Elser of Montpelier owns 6 starts, 2 wins, and a third. Just shy of 8,000 this year. A winner last time out at Paulding, 201-3 for the 3, Pink Lily. Manny Miller, the 4, Seaside Dreams. Emmanuel Miller looking for his third driving win of the day. Herman Hagerman trains this 2-year-old bay filly, but down by the Seaside at $24,000 purchase. Caleb Hagerman of Ohio owns. 5 starts, has a third this year. Last time out was at Napoleon, finished 6th. Pacing a mile, 2:08.1. Jacob Baird, the 5, Speedy as Hill. Darrell Baird trains. 2-year-old bay filly by Racing Hill out of the Stand Forever Mare, Forever Speedy. A $14,000 Buckeye Classic purchase last fall. 6 starts this year, yet to hit the board. A little over $1,000 in pacing miles in 2:05, 2:03, 5 and 2 at most county fair racing action. 6 is Yankee Moonlight. Ed Conrad trains drives for Gem Stables of Hudson, Michigan. The 2-year-old bay filly is by Yankee Cruiser. 6 starts on the year, has 4 thirds, $3,100. 3 third-place finishes here in a row at Napoleon, Attica, and Bowling Green. Best showing was last time out at Napoleon. Paced a mile, 2:03.1. That's the 6, Yankee Moonlight. So they'll draw today for the Van Wert County Fair, Roger. You'll know this evening when the entries get up how many you have.
Like I say, the box closed today at 10. But Bill's here working, so it'll be later on this afternoon before we have an idea of what's going on for Tuesday.
But the post time is 6:30.
Yes.
And it all depends on the number of races.
Yeah,
most likely it's going to stay at 6:30 with number of fairs going on.
I can't see abundance of horses. So I actually come over today because Paulding, Hicksville, and Van Wert share the same saddle pens.
Okay, I figured that's what you was going to say.
So
that's part of the speed superintendent's duties.
And then I store them all. I store them all here at Van Wert, and Gus Davis picks them up in the spring. And, so give me a good break to get away from the fairground today too. I did hear you and Roger Houston made a drive-through the other day.
Yeah, we drove through Van Wert. He had never been past the Van Wert County Fairgrounds.
Amazing. We have quite a few people moving in already. A lot of food vendors and stuff. I think it was at Lima. Coming this way now.
Yeah, Lima ended Saturday, I assume. Today's Saturday. My days are mixed up. Lima probably ended Friday, or maybe they even go through today. I don't know.
I know there's a lot of food vendors and rides coming in from other fairs right now. So, and it looks like the weather is projected to be good all week.
Yes, going to be on the cool side.
Yeah, hopefully it stays that way because
a lot of them are predicting a cold fall.
It'll definitely help attendance, I believe, for everything.
All right, let's get the 5 that are out there together to line up the parade. That last one to drop in during the post parade.
So we are getting set for post parade. We got 5 out. You can hear Bill say in the background, need one more. They're going to go ahead and post parade. They got to keep things rolling. I believe they have a truck pole or something in the infield. They was getting it ready earlier today. Last night they said there was a demo derby here. Hard to believe the fair season is winding down.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it's football season, isn't it?
Yes, football season. High school football started last night.
Yeah. It's, I don't know where summer went.
Yeah, it just seems like the other day we was at Paulding Racing, opening things up.
Definitely.
A month from now we'll be, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, we'll be at Lancaster to wrap it all up. A lot of fair action, though, this next week.
Oh, yeah.
And then over Labor Day.
Definitely, yeah.
And then get you into Delaware. And after Delaware, there's 3 or 4 fairs, Coshocton, Lancaster.
That's the second division of the 2-year-old filly race. For a purse of $7,050 and a blanket courtesy of D&K Stables of Hicksville. One is Racing Artist, owned by Bill Webb of Defiance and Denny Miller of Artsville, trained by Bill Webb, the driver, Mark Hedworth. Number 2 is Gordy's Last Chance, owned by Frederick Reed IV of Delaware, trained by Ron Stack, the driver, Curtis Harper. Number 3 is Pink Lily, owned by Shelley Alser of Montpelier, trained by Jason Alser, the driver, Drew Neal. Number 4 is Seaside Dreams, owned by Caleb Hagerman of Kidron, Ohio, trained by Herman Hagerman, the driver, Emmanuel Miller. Number 5 is Speedy as Hill, owned by Darrell Baird, Jacob Baird of Mount Blanchard, and R.J. Themling of Brecksville, Ohio, trained by Darrell Baird, the driver, Jacob Baird. And number 6 is Yankee Moonlight, owned by Gem Stables LLC of Hudson, Michigan, trained and driven by Ed Conrad. Horses will take one long score and go to the gate. Mutual windows closing in 4 minutes. There's Win, Place, Show, Excepta, and Trifecta Wager.
There you had a look at field of 6 in the post parade. Racing Artist, Gordy's Last Chance, Pink Lily, Seaside Dreams, Speedy as Hill, and Yankee Moonlight. Someone asked why we are not giving the payoffs or anything. The odds board is not working here at Hicksville, so we have no idea who is the betting favorite or what any payoffs are. Lewis Wills checks in today. Mike Giplin, Robert Brooks is watching. Tim Wright, as always, watches. Mark Reinhardt from Sydney checks in. Dolly Powell also checks in. Jeannie Vardell is up and at it this morning. Big thing here is the fireman stand, the donuts. Great donuts.
Yes, they're always good. Always good. Been here for years.
It seems this way, donuts is a big thing.
Yes.
Montpelier Donut has a donut stand. Wasion, great donuts.
And I don't know if you're familiar, you go up to Hillsdale, Michigan, the Hillsdale County Fair, they have a regular building set there and make them right there, and
Really?
people just pack them out by the armfuls.
Now, when will they go? In the first week of October? Or?
I'm not really sure.
I've never been there. I've always heard about
beautiful
Hillsdale,
fair.
Michigan.
They did away with horse racing program,
Years ago, they always said you don't want to be late because they'll leave you.
Yeah, that's true.
At Hillsdale,
Yeah,
because there's probably no betting, and they roll.
Yeah.
Never been there for years. I've heard about Hillsdale, Michigan.
Yeah, it was always, I don't know, our family raced up there for years. It was always the grand finale or something, Hillsdale.
Look across the way, see the Mike Weppelberg starting gate, waiting on a field of 6 2-year-old fillies to make their way to the gate. The wings of the gate will open shortly. Wings of the gate do open. It's post time for the 5th. Let's send it to Bill Peters.
Racing Artist. On comes Gordy's Last Chance, Pink Lily, Seaside Dreams with Speedy as Hill on the outside in the first tier. One trailer, Yankee Moonlight. They're at the post. Starting gate is rolling now. Here they come. They're off and pacing the first horse away. The rail, Racing Artist. Up on the outside second is Pink Lily. Dropping in there third at the rail, that's Seaside Dreams. Moving up along the rail fourth is Gordy's Last Chance. On the outside fifth is Speedy as Hill. And the last horse is Yankee Moonlight. As they head down the backside, the race over toward that quarter mile mark. Mark Hedworth has Racing Artist on top by a length and a half. Dropping in there second is Pink Lily, driven by Drew Neal. Moving third is Seaside Dreams, driven by Emmanuel Miller. Fourth is Speedy as Hill, driven by Jacob Baird. Racing fifth is Gordy's Last Chance, driven by Curtis Harper. And the last horse is Yankee Moonlight, driven by Ed Conrad. First quarter paced in 31 3/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stands for the first time, that's still Racing Artist by about 2 lengths. In there second is Pink Lily. Moving along third is Seaside Dreams. Speedy as Hill is fourth. Gordy's Last Chance fifth. And Yankee Moonlight trails. All 6 fillies pretty well bunched as they come to the half-mile mark. That's Mark Hedworth and Racing Artist bringing the horse to the half. 2 lengths back second is Pink Lily. Third is Seaside Dreams, followed by Speedy as Hill fourth. Gordy's Last Chance fifth. Then Yankee Moonlight sixth. First half paced in 102 2/5. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that 3/4 mile mark. They've got to catch Racing Artist. 2.5 lengths back second is Pink Lily. Third is Seaside Dreams. Fourth, Speedy as Hill. Moving up on the outside, fifth is Gordy's Last Chance. And sixth is Yankee Moonlight. Past that 3/4 mile mark, that's Racing Artist now by about 3.5 lengths over Pink Lily. On the rail third, that is now Seaside Dreams. 3/4 in 132 2/5. As they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt, Racing Artist now opens up about 7 lengths on Pink Lily. Moving up on the outside, third is Speedy as Hill. Along the rail, fourth is Seaside Dreams. But past the stands, it's going to be Racing Artist. And here they all come. Pink Lily up for place, Speedy as Hill for show. A mile in 2:01 4/5.
Roger, how many times would you say you've seen Mark Hedworth win with a Bill Webb horse over the years?
Quite a few.
Yeah.
Lots of times.
Final half, 59-2. Racing Artist. Mark Hedworth, Bill Webb team up. 2-year-old Bay Philippa, Racing Hill out of the Artistic Fellow Mare. Little Miss Artistic, third of the season. This is a homebred by Webb. He owns in partnership with Denny Miller of Archbold, Ohio. Fractions of 31-3, 102-2, 132-2. The mile 2:01 4/5.
Mike Wolf out there warming one up too. I haven't seen
Yeah.
those
Yes.
colors in a while.
Talked to him back to barn area a little
Did
bit.
you?
I haven't seen him for quite a while.
I think we talked to him at, I think he was at Oak Harbor.
Yeah, he did drive
Didn't
one.
he drive at Oak Harbor?
Yeah, he drove one up there at Oak Harbor, yep.
For many years, a leading driver at Raceway Park,
yeah,
right?
Yep.
Back into the winner's circle where the winners go. Coming in from Defiance and Archbold comes number 1, Racing Artist. Owned by Bill Webb and Denny Miller. Trained by Bill Webb. Mark Hedworth. Now the blanket for this race is courtesy of D&K Stables of Hicksville, and Kevin Apple is in the winner's circle for the trophy presentation. Let's have a big hand here for Bill and Chris Webb, Denny Miller, Mark Hedworth, Bruce Forker, and Racing Artist at the D&K Stables, the donors of the blanket. Here are the official placings for race 5 from the top. Number 1, Racing Artist was a winner. Number 2, Gordy's Last Chance was 6th. Number 3, Pink Lily was 2nd. Number 4, Seaside Dreams was 4th. Number 5, Speedy as Hill was 3rd. And number 6, Yankee Moonlight was 5th. Time of the first quarter was 31 3/5. The half was in 102 2/5. The 3 quarters in 132 2/5. With a mile in 201 4/5. From the top it should read 162.435. A mile in 201 4/5. New lifetime mark on Racing Artist.
Well, up next is the 6th race, the Chuck Peter Memorial 3-year-old filly trot. $6,690. Scratch the 1, Sienna Sunrise. If you have a program following along with us, Hank Levan to drive the 5, Suds and Rinse. Well, Roger, we're going to take a break here. We thank you for joining us, and best of luck at the Van Wert County Fair, and the Ohio Harness Horsemen Association broadcast team will be there on both days.
Okay, hey, thanks for having me on this morning, and look forward to seeing you Tuesday night.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
Hey kids, we invite you to join the Backstretch Buddies Club, a fun and free club for kids 12 and under who love horses and wants to be a part of harness racing in Ohio. Once you've signed up, you will be able to join Willie Winnett and exciting adventures and receive awesome surprises. Sign up today using the QR code.
We're back.
Okay, as you heard Samantha Mayhew talking about Backstretch Buddies Club, we're up close to 65 kids now that have joined
Samantha,
up.
I talked to her a little bit. She was at Dark County Fair at Greenville the other night.
Yep, she said she signed up about 10 kids that night. And so we've got a lot of kids, and if you can join up at any time, just go to our Facebook page and find it, and you can click on the QR code and join. Just a lot of fun. She's got a lot of fun activities, even though she's technically going back to school. This is her project, and she wants to see it through. So she's going to come in whenever she has time and get all the stuff ready to send out for the Backstretch Buddies kids.
She told me she's going to be at Delaware a couple days early. Yes.
Yep. So you can sign up there. I think she's going to be there.
I was telling her
Sunday
about the interview,
Tuesday.
how nice a job she did. She said, I only did it one time. She said, it only took me one time. I thought that's what she told me.
Yeah. Well, she was with Ashley someplace and with Don Tiger and then with me at Woodsfield. So, yeah, she did a good job. She's got a bright future, and I hope that she stays in harness racing. She's agricultural communications.
Yes.
But hopefully we can keep her.
And she goes to school maybe starting Monday, I think.
Yeah. Yep. She was supposed to have every Monday off, and she was going to work for us every Monday, but now they change her classes around. She's got a class on Monday, so we will see how it works out with her. But she's a good kid. And somebody came up and got their passport stamp, so remember, it's not over, and there are consolation prizes. So even though I know we've got one guy that's kind of got a lot of fares in,
some
there's
great
still other
consolation prizes.
Yeah, yep. And if you come to Delaware with your passport, in the OHHA tent, we'll have swag for you in there too, so you can come there and pick up something.
Our winner last year, Roy James, he'll benefit this year at Delaware. He goes to Delaware every year, but he'll be setting in the pavilion tent, I call the clubhouse area, in the opening turn. with all kind of goodies there.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be there Jugette Day and Jug Day.
I believe so, yeah. And if anybody ever wants to do something like that, it is, I mean, you go in the morning and you can eat all day long. I mean, they serve a breakfast or a brunch, they serve lunch, they serve supper, they serve everything. So it's, I think it's $250 or $350 to go. But like I said, you get to eat, and then you get a certain amount of drink tickets too. So it's kind of a fun
And the jug
thing.
is just probably a month away.
Less than.
Yes. We'll be there 5 days of Delaware, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. All kind of activities on the backside, you say, with the Ohio Harness Horsemen's tent. All kind of donuts and there in the early morning, coffee and water and chips throughout the day. So many people just get under that tent if it's real hot and watch a lot of the broadcast right there under that tent. There's several tables in there.
Yeah, it's a good place. A good place to meet.
Yes.
You know, if you're.
They have speaker series in there, which will be again this year.
Wednesday and Thursday mornings. Yes. Talking about all that yesterday and how much equipment Matt's got to bring to get all set up. But yeah, looking forward to it. It's coming up really soon. But please stop back at the tent if you are in the area. Just stop by the
Actually,
OHHA
be nice.
tent.
It would be 5 days just like this right here.
Oh, it'd be perfect.
It'd be perfect weather.
The weather, yeah, absolutely.
But that's something we can't control.
Nope. As much as we complain about it when it's not good. But it is, like you said, it's a beautiful day here.
3-year-old filly trot, going for a purse of $6,690 and a blanket courtesy of Tressler Plumbing, LLC of Defiance. Number 1, Sienna Sunrise has been drawn. Number 2 is Dietz Lighting, all by Veneer Racing, LLC of Pemberville, and John and Leanne Saunders of Castle Rock, Colorado, trained and driven by Dan Veneer. Number 3 is Wild Child Annie, all by Heartland Acres of Wauhanding, Ohio, and Rosie Weaver of Beach City, Ohio, trained by Rosie Weaver, the driver Drew Neal. Number 4 is Spiritual Faith, owned by Chris Beaver of Radnor, Ohio, and Emmanuel Miller of Delaware, Ohio, trained by Chris Beaver, the driver Emmanuel Miller. And number 5 is Suds and Rips, owned by Hagerman Racing of Mount Vernon, Ohio, Martin D. Yoder of Mount Eaton, Ohio, and Lucinda Belcher of Winchester, Kentucky, trained by Herman Hagerman, the driver Hank Levan. Horses will take one long score and go to the gate. Mutual windows closing in 4 minutes. There's win, place, exacta, and trifecta wagering here in race 6.
Sixth race, second division of Chuck Peter Memorial, 3-year-old filly trot. Scratch of 1, Sienna Sunrise. 2, Dietz Lightning. Dan Veneer trains and drives this 3-year-old bay filly by And Away We Go. Out of the Train for the Future mare, Rose Run Leah. This is a $19,000 yearling purchase. Right at $50,000 lifetime. Took a mark as a 3-year-old this year earlier at Souda Downs, 156-1.
Wild Child Annie and Drew Neal for trainer Rosie Weaver. Rosie co-owns this filly along with Heartland Acres. This is a long tom out of a Lucky Chucky mare. 17 starts this year, 5 wins, 4 seconds, and a third. Just under $30,000 in earnings. Last win was at Berea in 2-3. Also won at Piketon in 2-2-2, but her fastest was at Northfield Park in 58-2.
Manuel Miller drives the 4, Spiritual Faith for Chris Beaver. 3-year-old bay filly by Marseille out of the Victory Sam mare, Betty's Sam. Chris Beaver along with Manny Miller own. 13 starts this year for Spiritual Faith. Has a win, 4 seconds, 3 thirds, $20,821, 159-3 over a sloppy track at Northfield Park. Last fair start came at Tiffin on the 20th of July. Finished second, trotted a mile in 2:03-4. Just got beat by Dietz Lightning.
And from the 5-hole, Suds and Ritz, Hank Levan will get the catch drive for trainer Herman Hagerman. Hagerman Racing, Martin Yoder, and Lucinda Belcher all own this What the Hill filly. It's out of a Chapter 7 mare. This filly also has been racing superb. 18 starts, 7 wins. The fastest of those was 59-1 at Northfield Park. Won her last start at Wellington in 2-3-4. This is going to set up to be a pretty darn good race,
Yes, it
I'm
will.
thinking.
Yes.
A lot of nice fillies in here, and they have all won. They all have sub 2-minute marks. Track record could be in jeopardy.
A little less than about 175,000 in earnings for these 4 horses, lifetime. Mike Wepkenberger, official starter, has them all lined up. Let's go to Bill Peters for the call of the 6 to 3-year-old filly trot.
The year off and trotting. The first horse away on the outside is Spiritual Faith. At the rail, second is Deep Sliding. Racing in their third is Wild Child Annie, and the last horse is Suds and Ritz. As they make the turn out, head down the backside to race over that quarter-mile mark. Out there on the front end is Spiritual Faith, driven by Emmanuel Miller. Racing in their second along the rail is Wild Child Annie, driven by Drew Neal. Third is Suds and Ritz, driven by Hank Levan. The last horse, Deep Sliding, driven by Dan Vinier. 4 fillies are well bunched as they go to the quarter-mile mark. Still with the lead, that's Spiritual Faith, followed by Wild Child Annie second, Suds and Ritz third, and Deep Sliding fourth. First quarter trotted in 31 and 4/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stand for the first time, that's Spiritual Faith by a length and a half over Wild Child Annie. Suds and Ritz is still third, followed by Deep Sliding fourth. 4 fillies well bunched as they come down to the half-mile mark. That's Emmanuel Miller and Spiritual Faith bringing the horses down to the half. Sitting in the golden chair second is Drew Neal with Wild Child Annie. Up on the outside third now comes Hank Levan with Suds and Ritz. And fourth is Deep Sliding and Dan Vinier. What was that again? A mile and 103 and 2/5. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that 3/4 mile mark. That's still Spiritual Faith with the lead. On the outside second is Suds and Ritz. That's the rail third, Wild Child Annie and Deep Sliding trails. The pace picks up a wee bit going to the 3/4 mile mark. Spiritual Faith still shows on top. Suds and Ritz on the outside second. Wild Child Annie at the rail third and Deep Sliding fourth. 3/4 in 133 and 3/5 as they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. That's still along the rail, Spiritual Faith with the lead. On the outside, Suds and Ritz. Spiritual Faith at the rail, Suds and Ritz on the outside as they race through the lane. Spiritual Faith and Suds and Ritz. Spiritual Faith at the rail, Suds and Ritz on the outside. Spiritual Faith and Suds and Ritz. Spiritual Faith and Suds and Ritz. It's Spiritual Faith. Suds and Ritz up for place. Up for third was Wild Child Annie. 203 and 3. A mile and 203 and 3/5.
Susan, 203 and 3. It's set up to be a good one. They all three were right there. Dietz Lightning was kind of surprised, who finished fourth. Dan Vinier trying to drop in the 2-hole, and it just kind of shied as something over there in the first turn and kind of darted out and had to take her up. She didn't go on a break or anything, I don't believe, but got away last and pretty much was out of it the rest of the mile. 31 and 4, 3 and 2, a nice back half, 1 minute and a 5th. 3/4 133 and 3, home 203 and 3. Gate to wire. Manny Miller gets his third winning drive of the day, 6th in the 2 days here at the meet at Hicksville. Spiritual Faith, the Trio Bay filly by Marseille. At the Victory Sam Mare Betty Sam, owned in partnership by Chris Beaver and Emmanuel Miller.
Wild Child Annie was really begging for a racetrack in there too.
Yeah. You know, it was a good. I think Manny kind of wrapped that up when he backed it down to the half in 3 and 2.
Yeah.
He knew he'd have a lot coming home.
Yep.
Real nice mile by all of them. I was too surprised at Dietz Lighting how I couldn't tell if it was just getting rough or what was going on there. But as you said, maybe she shied at something and just kind of.
She just kind of stepped sideways.
Yeah, looked like it was going to be a perfect trip. And Dan Vinier had to change plans in a hurry there.
Yep.
That happens at times.
Yeah, yeah.
Where the winners go, coming in from Radnor in Delaware, Ohio, comes number 4, Spiritual Faith. Owned by Chris Beaver and Emmanuel Miller, trained by Chris Beaver, and driven to victory this morning by Emmanuel Miller. Now, this horse will receive the Tressler Plumbing LLC blanket. We'll have a picture taken with the Chuck Peter Memorial. But the Chuck Peter Memorial Blanket will go to the winner in the first division, Stars and McCrown, winning in a faster time in that first division. But first, we'll have a picture taken here with the Tressler Plumbing LLC of Defiance blanket, which they will get to keep. And Doug Tressler and Mike Retcher are in the winner's circle for the trophy presentation. So a big hand here for Doug Tressler for presenting this blanket. Now we got another picture to take, Emmanuel. Another picture to be taken. Members of the Peter family are in the winner's circle for the Chuck Peter Memorial Blanket, which again will go to the winner of the first division, winning in a faster time, but we're still going to have a picture taken here in the second division. Let's do a big hand here for Emmanuel Miller and Spiritual Faith and the Tressler Plumbing and the family of Chuck Peter for giving these blankets. Here are the official placings for race 6 from the top. Number 1, Sienna Sunrise had been drawn. Number 2, Dietz Lighting was 4th. Number 3, Wild Child Annie was 3rd. Number 4, Spiritual Faith was a winner. Number 5, Suds and Ritz was 2nd. Time of the first quarter was 31 4/5. The half was in 103 2/5. The 3/4 in 133 3/5. With a mile in 203 3/5. From the top it should read, scratch 4-3-1-2. A mile in 203 3/5. In the upcoming race 7, number 4, Always 18, change the driver to Drew Neal. Drew Neal will drive number 4, Always 18, and scratch the number 5 horse, the Ebony Dragon. The Ebony Dragon is out of race 7. There'll be win, place, exacta, and trifecta wager here in race 7.
I saw a fantastic little video this morning on the Matt Clark Facebook page that you did.
Yeah.
With the horses running out in the field. That was really fun.
I got a message from my friends at that platform that said that there was copyright infringement, so I took it down.
Because of the song?
The song. So I'll put it back up with no music or something.
Okay.
Yeah, what a bummer.
Yeah, that is too bad because it was really neat. All those, you were like surrounded by horses.
Yeah. Yep. I had a lot of fun out there at those farms. I got to go to Midland Acres, Spurwood Farm, and Hickory Lane.
Oh.
3 farms in 3 days, and I enjoyed all of them.
I'll bet. I'll bet. It was really neat. Well, when you put it back up again, then everybody will be able to see it because it was really cool.
So, Susan, up next is the 7th race. Scratched down to a field of 4. It's 2-year-old Colt Pace. Most likely the favorite is scratched out of here, the Ebony Dragon, who was a winner in 7 of 10 starts this year. He is a scratch. We got Leading Yankee, Mama's Holy Terror, Smith and Western, and Always 18. We're going to get a commercial break in here, and we'll be back to take a look at this 7th race right after this.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to OHHA.com. That's OHHA.com.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
We're back.
Okay, as we were talking about earlier, a big night tonight at Scioto Downs. Those, the Nadia Lobel and the Moneymaker, those are both Grand Circuit races that Scioto has picked up. So that's pretty exciting to have a Grand Circuit race. And then the Send It In Invitational and the Cleopatra Invitational. I remember when they were going to put that, and they were trying to figure out what to name it, and they said, well, it's Caesar, so it would make sense that the fillies would be the Cleopatra. So that's where that came from.
Looking at some entries here, we were talking about entries. Richwood, with so many fairs going on, they're first at 11 a.m. Their entries are up. They have 7 races.
Okay.
In the morning card, and I believe they have 7 races in the evening. So
I would almost guess that all 4 of those places will be a little, shorter.
Yeah, they about have to be.
Yeah.
About have to be. Mount Gilead, I think they had 7 for Monday, so then with Van Wert going Tuesday, and Van Wert could end up just getting more than, because there's some Michigan horsemen in this that come this way in this circuit, and Van Wert would definitely be much closer for them.
Valerie Ann watching.
Oh.
Making sure you're working.
Yeah. Probably wondering if there's any pretzels for sale here. That's her fair food. She likes
is
the
it pretzels?
Yeah.
The big ones that you dip in
I think any
sauce?
kind.
Any kind?
Colt Pace, going for a purse of $6,980 and a blanket given in memory of Lee Peter. Number 1 is Leading Yankee, owned by Phil King in Windham, Ohio, trained by Larry Foose, the driver Emmanuel Miller. Number 2 is Mama's Holy Terror, owned by Daryl and Nathaniel Baird of Mount Blanchard, trained by Daryl Baird, the driver Jacob Baird. Number 3 is Smith & Western, owned by Red Rock Racing, LLC of Convoy, trained by Chad Williams and the driver Pierce Henry. Number 4 is Always 18, owned by Hosea Williams of West Point, Mississippi, trained by Ronnie Gillespie, the driver Drew Neal. At number 5, the Ebony Dragon has been drawn. There'll be win, place, exacta, and trifecta wagering here in race 7. Hurry! Don't be shut out.
I guess we could call this the Young Guns race. The oldest driver in here is Pierce, and he's only 28. So
yes,
these are all young guys in here. So this is the 2-year-old Colt Pace in memory of Lee Peter. And from the rail, we have Emmanuel Miller driving Leading Yankee for trainer Larry Foose, and Philip King from Windham, Ohio, the owner. This is a Yankee Cruiser Colt out of a Big Bad John Mayer. Leading Lady has just had 2 lifetime starts. Had a start at Attica, finished 4th there, paced in 2-4, and then Napoleon finished 5th, but paced a little bit better, 2, 3, and 4.
2, Mama's Holy Terror is a homebred for Nathaniel and Daryl Baird of Mount Blanchard, Ohio. The 2-year-old Bagel to Son is by Western Terror out of the All-American Native Mother's Miracle. 6 starts on the year, has a third, $2,300. That 3rd place finish was at Oak Harbor. Paced a mile and 58.2 there for Mama's Holy Terror. Been pacing some nice miles. This lineup paced in 59.3. The 2, Mama's Holy Terror, driver will be Jacob Baird.
And Pierce Henry will have the lines for Smith and Western. Trainer Chad Williamson, owners Red Rock Racing from Convoy, Ohio. A Western Fame Colt out of a Sunshine Beach mare, Sunshine Leela. 7 starts on the year, has had 1 win. That was at Marion in 2-9-3. Last start out was at Salina, finished 2nd, just back by 3.5 lengths. Individually timed in 1:59, came home in 28.2.
Number 4, Always 18. Ronnie Gillespie trains. Drew Neal will pick up the drive. 2-year-old bay go to send the Zumba Colade out of the Always Be Mickey mare. Always Be Lindy. 5 starts, 2 wins, 1 second, $7,670. A winner 202-1 earlier in the year at Bell Fountain. 2 back was a winner at Attica, 205-1. That's the 4. Always 18 and the 5. The Ebony Dragon is scratched. We look across the way. Field of 4 making their way to the Mike Wepkenberg starting gate.
I had to text my daughter and find out the horse's name and so forth. It was in 2003. I shipped a horse here from Wisconsin. She was a striking Sabra, and we paid her into the fairs here, so I brought her over, and that was the first time I had ever been in Ohio to race. Bill Peters helped me out. I remember meeting Bill, and got me a driver, got me a stall, really helped.
How far a drive would that be?
It was a long ways. I can't remember.
Was it worth it?
Well, we left her. She went with Gene Miller.
Okay.
After that, so we raced her
Yeah.
here. No, she did not race really well. She liked to run. She liked to run more than she liked to trot. And Bill Peters to this day still remembers that horse's name and everything.
Oh, yeah. You'd go up and ask him.
Yep. Tremendous
he's
memory.
got a memory.
Tremendous. Let's turn it over to Bill Peters for the call of the 2-year-old Colt Pace.
Here they come. They're off and pacing. The first horse away is Smith and Western. In at the rail second is Leading Yankee. At the rail third is Mama's Holy Terror. And the last horse is Always 18. Off stride now goes Mama's Holy Terror. As they make the turn heading down the backside to race over that quarter-mile mark, Pierce Henry has Smith and Western on top by a length and a half. Charging up on the outside second now comes Always 18, driven by Drew Neal. Racing at the rail third, Leading Yankee, driven by Emmanuel Miller. And the last horse after going off stride is Mama's Holy Terror, driven by Jacob Baird. First quarter paced in 30 and 4/5 seconds. And now Always 18 is taken over by a length and a half over Smith and Western. Still in their third is Leading Yankee. A little farther back fourth is Mama's Holy Terror. Front three pretty well bunched. They race down toward the half-mile mark. That's Drew Neal and Always 18 bringing the horses down to the half. Sitting in the golden chair second is Pierce Henry with Smith and Western. Racing third is Leading Yankee. And then comes Mama's Holy Terror. A first half paced in a minute flat. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over the 3/4 mile mark. The one to catch is Always 18. Racing in there second at the rail, that is Smith and Western. Moving along third at the rail is Leading Yankee. Last horse off stride is Mama's Holy Terror. Going toward that 3/4 mile mark. Still with a lead. That is Always 18. Length and a half back second is Smith and Western. Racing in their third is Leading Yankee, and Mama's Holy Terror trails. 3/4 and 1:31 as they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. Still with the lead is Always 18. Racing in their second is Smith and Western, and third is Leading Yankee as they race through the lane. That's Always 18 and Smith and Western. Always 18 at the rail. Smith and Western closing fast on the outside. Always 18 and Smith and Western. Always 18 and Smith and Western. Tight at the wire there between Smith and Western and Always 18. Photo for win. Up for third was
Coming
Leading
late
Yankee.
was Pierce Henry and Smith and Western.
2:01.
2:01 the winning time. Either Smith or Western or Always 18. Tied on the line, Drew Neal and Pierce Henry hit the line together.
If I was calling it, of course I'm not right on the line, I would say it was Smith and Western. He had a head of steam coming up down the stretch, that's for sure. I really thought that Always 18 was going to win it. I mean, when it got to the front so easily by the quarter pole and just kind of controlled the race from there. But Pierce came late. Yeah, somebody asked about Ebony Dragon race last night at Scioto, but this original race was for Tuesday, so it was entered for Tuesday and then back again Friday. That would have been okay. But then that's why it was scratched out of today's race, which was really Tuesday's race. That gets tough when you have cancellations and postponements.
Yeah,
because
there's nothing you can do.
You have things scheduled out and they just don't fall into place. But they are working up that infield, aren't they?
Yeah, I had no idea how big of it, or what it took to get a truck pull together, I guess.
And they soaked it, and then they're disking it up again.
And now moving down the track into the winner's circle where the winners go. Coming in from Convoy, Ohio, comes number 3, Smith & Weston. Owned by Red Rock Racing LLC, trained by Chad Williamson, and driven back this morning by Pierce Hendry. A blanket for this race is given in memory of Lee Peter.
Scioto,
it was.
53 flat, Luke Hanners for Ty Bates.
53 flat. Wow.
That had a mark, you can see on the program here, 52-3. Threw in some bad lines the last 3 starts at the County Fair racing, but the Ebony Dragon bounced back, won last night.
And Kara Shaw is in the winner's circle for the trophy presentation. Let's do a big hand here for the Williamsons, Tim Bowenbaugh, Henry, and Smith & Western, and to Kara Shaw and Jim for giving this blanket in memory of Lee Peter. There are the official placings for race 7 from the top. Number 1, Leading Yankee was 3rd. Number 2, Mama's Holy Terror was 4th. Number 3, Smith & Western was the winner. Number 4, Always 18 was 2nd. And number 5, the Ebony Dragon had been drawn. Time of the first quarter was 30 4/5. The half was in a minute. The 3/4 in 1:31 with a mile in 2:01. From the top it should read 3, 4, 1, 2, scratch, a mile in 2:01. In the upcoming race 8, number 2, OBS ACH, the driver Emmanuel Miller. Emmanuel Miller is the driver of number 2, OBS ACH, and also Emmanuel Miller and David Warnstaff are new owners on that horse. At number 5, the X Factor, make the driver Mike Wolf. Mike Wolf will drive number 5, the X Factor. There'll be win, place, show, exacta, and trifecta wagering in race 8. The representatives of Defiance Moose Lodge, number 2094, trackside after the next race for the trophy presentation.
There, Matt, you heard Mike Wolf driving the 5, the X Factor, for many years, leading driver at Raceway Park.
Yeah, between him and Mark Edworth, there's a lot of Raceway Park wins that have been going around this track here today.
Well, the next race coming up is a 2- and 3-year-old colt pace, or 2- and 3-year-old pace. There is one filly in it, the 3-horse. Also eligible non-winners of $2,500. Also eligible maidens. So we'll be back to take a look at the 5 in that race right after this.
Cool Winds Farm is one of Ohio's premier standardbred breeding farms. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancin' Yankee, Jug winner Southwind Aussie, and the royally bred Western Fame. Cool Winds Farm is proud to present our yearling consignments at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 12th, and at the Standardbred Horse Sale in Harrisburg during the cool winds of November.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
The roots of harness racing are born at the county fair. For over 150 years, people have gathered to watch horses battle it out for fame and glory. Catch the thrills this summer at an Ohio Fair Racing Conference County Fair. The OFRC races at 22 fairs in 20 Ohio counties. Trotters and pacers put it all on the line to be called the best in the Buckeye State. The Ohio Fair Racing Conference, where the path to greatness begins.
Welcome back to the Defiance County Fair here in Hicksville. This is the last day for the fair. So I saw on the sheet that the animals are going to be released like this afternoon. So kids will be pulling out their animals and all their projects, and done for all the 4-H'ers till another year.
We look to our right here, a lot of farmland back out
Yes.
the way there. So we're right at the edge of town.
I remember probably was the first time I came here to do a show so we left at night and there was a horse and buggy tied up to
Oh, really?
to the light poles out there. Well, we really are in rural Ohio.
Yes.
Looks like they've got another one of those old silo beer tents in the infield,
Yes.
too. They must have that for the night.
Sure, that was busy last night for the demo derby.
Yeah. Oh, I'll bet. I'll bet. And any favorite fair food here?
Matt and I walked through the other night. Really not. I don't even know if
Nothing
we
that
tried
stands out?
anything.
Oh. You did get the donuts this morning.
Yeah, I
though.
did
Those
get
are
donuts.
a
I got
special
to send
thing.
them. Got to get rid of them. I can't take those home. The donuts are very good.
Yeah.
Fireman's.
Is that what it is?
donuts.
The fireman's?
The fireman's.
Okay.
I just put it on.
Right underneath the grandstand, there's like a Boy Scouts booth
Yes.
where they do sloppy joes and hot dogs and stuff. So
Oh.
it's not anything fancy, but I usually throw them a couple bucks and just have a little snack.
Yeah. I see as I was walking up, there are a bunch of eager Boy Scouts in there. I mean, they're
Was
right
there?
there waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Please order, please order. Just going to look and see what we have.
How
Now-
close we are to a post parade. I only see 2 on the backside.
So we don't have any fair racing again until Monday, right?
Yep.
Nothing Saturday, or today's Saturday.
Yeah.
Nothing tomorrow.
It was almost a 3-day stretch, or it was going to be a 3-day
was gonna be,
stretch,
yeah.
which is unusual, it seems like,
So
this
it will
time
be
of year.
Monday. What time is post time at Mount Gilead?
Mount Gilead is 1 o'clock on Monday and 11 on Tuesday. Caldwell is 6 p.m. both Monday and Tuesday. Richwood, they do it both all in one day. So their first card is Tuesday at 11, and then they come back at 3 with the second half. Van Wert Tuesday at 6:30. And I'm pretty sure the sale starts like at 10. So Horsemen have to choose. You know, this is a
Yes.
hard
Oh,
time
yes.
of year because they've got the sales, and they're wondering if they're going to go to the sale or they're going to go to the fair. Who's going to take which horses where? It's a lot of moving parts.
That'll take us into Labor Day, and it gets very hectic Labor Day weekend, I
Mhm.
think, correct?
Yeah, it does.
3 or 4 fairs again, Marietta, Van Wert, Wauseon. Wauseon actually doesn't go Labor Day. It'll help things
Yeah.
out there a little bit for the OHHA broadcast team with Richwood getting off of Labor Day.
Yeah.
Canton,
there's just a
Canfield,
lot.
I believe, too.
Canfield, Findlay. Yeah, there's just a lot.
And it takes us into Findlay toward the midweek, Wednesday and Thursday, maybe.
Yeah, there is. And then I think we have another 4 fair day on September 10th.
Yeah, Worcester,
Montpelier.
And Upper.
Yep, and Old Washington, all on that Tuesday. So.
Wasn't there talk of Montpelier maybe going to 2 days instead of just one? Or they?
I haven't heard that.
I thought I had heard a little buzz about that.
They are on one day.
Yeah, they usually are. I thought they were thinking about maybe
2.
Maybe switching to going 2 days.
All right, 4th one is on its way. Let's get those 4 together in the line of the parade. The last one can drop in during the post parade.
Somebody said they're going to have to get 4 TVs out for Tuesday.
I noticed that, yes.
Can't remember who said that.
Or have the split screen.
Yeah. Well, then you got the sale, too.
Yeah.
So.
The first division of a pace for 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds, also eligible non-winners at $2,500 and also eligible maidens. Going for a purse of $1,000 and a blanket courtesy of Defiance Moose Lodge, number 2094. Number 1 is Gold Chocolate, owned by Gary Gilliland of Molina, Ohio, trained by Chad Williamson, the driver, Mark Hedworth. Number 2 is OBS ACH, owned by Emmanuel Miller of Delaware, Ohio, David Warnstaff of Ashley, Ohio, trained by David Warnstaff, the driver, Emmanuel Miller. Number 3 is Rockstar's Image, owned by Marcus Schmucker of Spencerville, Indiana, trained by Jesse Schmucker, the driver, Drew Neal. Number 4 is Shady Prince, owned and trained by Bill Webb of Defiance, the driver, Rick Miller. And number 5 is the X Factor, owned by K. Sarah Racing of Toledo, trained by Casey Wolf, the driver, Mike Wolf. Horses will take 1 long score and go to the gate. Future windows closing in 4 minutes. There's win, place, show, accepta, and trifecta wagering here in race 8.
Susan, the one in this field of 5 is Gold Chocolate. Mark Hedworth for Chad Williamson. Gary Gillen owns a 4-year-old bay go to the son of I Am Gorgeous. $9,000 purchase, has 1 start on the year. And that was a 5th place finish, showed several breaks in that mile for the 1 Gold Chocolate.
OBS Ock is from the 2-hole Manny Miller will drive. David Warnstaff, the trainer. Manny and David Warnstaff are the owners. This is a 3-year-old gelding by Big Bam Ray. It's just had 5 lifetime starts this year. It did not start as a 2-year-old. Has not hit the board yet. Did pace a mile in 2-2 at Oak Harbor and 2-2 and 3 at Tiffin.
Number 3, Rockstar's Image, Drew Neal for Jesse Schmicker. 0 Bay foot of a rock in Image. 6 starts, $430 for the 3 Rockstar's Image.
And Shady Prince from the 4-hole. This is a 3-year-old gelding, will be driven by Richard Miller for trainer, owner, breeder, Bill Webb. This is a 3-year-old by Shady Shark Hanover out of the Ponderosa mare, Princess Justice. 3 starts this year, 1 win. That was at Oak Harbor, and that was in a 2- and 3-year-old conditioned race also in 2, 5, and 2.
Mike Wolf will pick up the drive on the 5, the X Factor for Casey Wolf. Joe Bay Colt by I'm Gorgeous out of the Mercado Mare. Urselius, 3 starts. Has $64 in earnings. It was raced at Oak Harbor and a couple starts in Michigan, it looks like, for the 5. The X Factor and Mike Wolf as they complete their score. And head to the Mike Wepkenberg starting gate. As we mentioned, a lot of racing next week. The draw is up for Richwood, 7 at the 11 o'clock post and 7 for the nightcap at 3. We await the entries to be posted for Van Wert and also racing Tuesday in this Ohio Fair racing circuit is Mount Gilead, and Caldwell also racing in the Southern Valley circuit.
I think they have a 2-day box,
Two-day box.
right?
I was getting ready to mention that. I believe they have a 2-day box in the Southern Valley circuit.
Rusty wants you to bring any donuts that you have left over to Barn 5.
To Barn 5. Well, I might do that.
Here they come. They're off and pacing. The first horse away in the middle of the track is Rockstar's Image. At the rail second is Gold Chocolate. Off stride third goes Hobbs ACH. Moving up fourth is Shady Prince. And the last horse is the X Factor. As they make the turn now, heading down the backside, the race over toward that quarter-mile mark. Judy Hill has Rockstar's Image on top by about 3 lengths. Pacing second is Gold Chocolate, driven by Mark Hedworth. A little farther back third is Shady Prince, driven by Rick Miller. Fourth is the X Factor, driven by Mike Wolf. The last horse still off stride, Hobbs ACH, driven by Emmanuel Miller. First quarter paced in 29 3/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn, we come down past the stands for the first time. That's Rockstar's Image still showing on top by about 2.5 lengths. Gold Chocolate paces in there second. Shady Prince is third, the X Factor fourth, and farther back fifth is Hobbs ACH. Coming past the half-mile mark. That's still Rockstar's Image with a lead, but Gold Chocolate is a closer second now. Racing third, Shady Prince, then comes the X Factor and Hobbs ACH. First half paced in 1 minute and 1/5 seconds. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that 3/4 mile mark, Mark Hedworth is out and on the move with Gold Chocolate, and Gold Chocolate takes over. Jumping back second is Rockstar's Image. A little farther back third is Shady Prince, the X Factor fourth, and Hobbs ACH goes off stride again fifth. Going to the 3/4 mile mark. Horses are strung out just a wee bit. Gold Chocolate now shows on top by about 10 lengths over Rockstar's Image. Racing third, Shady Prince, followed by the X Factor fourth. 3/4 in 1:31 2/5. As I race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt, that's Gold Chocolate all alone on the front end. Shady Prince now paces up second, followed by the X Factor third. Back to fourth is Rockstar's Image. But past the stands, it's going to be Gold Chocolate. And here they all come. It's going to be a race for place position between Shady Prince and the X Factor. Looks like it's going to be Shady Prince up for place, and up for show is the X Factor. A mile in 2:02 1/5.
2:02 1, just about a 1/16 of a mile winner. Gold Chocolate, Mark Hedworth for Chad Williamson. 29 3, 1 minute and a fifth, 1:31 2, 2:02 1. First career win for Gold Chocolate, and it was an easy one.
I'd have liked to drove that one, Doug. I think I could have handled that.
I think you could have, man.
I was talking about I brought that horse here in 2003. It was Mark Hedworth that drove it.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah. He must have been just a kid then.
Yes.
Because that's, 22 years ago.
He's 55, yeah.
Yeah. Gold Chocolate really very lightly raced for a 4-year-old. This is his 7th lifetime start. So he did not race as a 2-year-old, had 5 starts last year and now 2 starts this year.
Looks like Gary Gillen, the owner, making his way down to the winner's circle. He's had a lot of nice horses. One of them was Cinder's Best, who raced against Eternal Cam Nation.
Yes, Cinder,
oh my
yes.
gosh.
Beat Eternal Cam Nation in the Courageous Lady at Northfield.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I would have to double check that.
Is that him in the red hat?
Yeah, flannel.
In from Molina, Ohio, comes number 1, Gold Chocolate. Owned by Gary Gilliland, trained by Chad Williamson, and driven to victory this afternoon by Mark Hedworth. The blanket for this race is courtesy of Defiance Moose Lodge, number 2094. And Terry Adams and Doug Tressler are in the winner's circle for the trophy presentation of this Defiance Moose Lodge blanket. Let's have a big hand here for Gary Gilliland, Sheila Parchard, Mark Hedworth, and Gold Chocolate. And the Defiance Moose Lodge number 2094, the donors of the blanket.
154.
You know, you stick with a horse and you stick with a horse. This has got to be very gratifying for them.
Place 8 from the top. Rowan Gold Chocolate was the winner. Number 2, OBS ACH was 5th. Number 3, Rockstar's Image was 4th. Number 4, Shady Prince was 2nd. And number 5, The X Factor was 3rd. Time of the first quarter was 29 3/5. The half was in 1 minute and 1/5. The 3/4 in 1:31 2/5. With a mile in 2:02 1/5. From the top, it should read 1:54, 2, 3 on the bottom. The mile in 2:02 1/5. In the upcoming race 9, there are no changes to the program. There'll be win, place, exacta, and trifecta wagering. Need a representative of the Defiance Chiropractic Center trackside after the next race for the trophy presentation, and also members of the Gene Vance family, because this is the first division of the Gene L. Vance Memorial Base.
So coming up in our 9th race, the first division of our signature series. Always some very exciting races. We've got 2, the 9th and the 11th. We've got 4 in this one and 5 in the next. So when they get 9, we can't race that many on the track, so we split them into divisions. But we're going to take a look at the horses in the 9th right after these messages.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
Own a little and love it a lot. The Stable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. The Stable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at thestable.ca.
This September, the thrill returns to Delaware, Ohio. It's the Little Brown Jug. World-class harness racing, heart-pounding action, and unforgettable fun. Join the tradition. Feel the roar. Be a part of history. We have several hospitality and ticket options, including the new Jug Social Club. Please visit littlebrownjug.com or call 1-800-DEL-FAIR. The Little Brown Jug, where champions are crowned.
I so much want to go to the Jug Social Club, don't you guys?
I do very much so.
Very much. They're supposed to have a special Little Brown Jug beer that some local brewery is making, so that should be cool to have.
It's going to be located where the bleachers used to be at the end of the grandstand toward the top of the stretch, I understand.
Yep.
Something new this year.
Mm-hmm. Supposed to be just kind of a fun gathering place for people. I don't know. I don't think I know what the tickets are going to be yet, but they're going to have some kind of food. But this craft beer, which will be neat. Lots of places to go. I mean, boy, you can.
Oh yes.
You could go to someplace different every day.
You could. Exactly right.
That would
they
be
have
fun.
the backstretch tent. Now, well, they're probably. I think the tents. Correct me if I'm wrong, but are probably just Wednesday and Thursday. I call it
You're
the
probably
paddock.
right. Yeah.
The paddock tent on the backside, top of the stretch tent, and then your pavilion tent. Most likely are Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah.
But if you're listening out there and Want to go to the jug? Just get a hold of the Delaware County Fair. I believe it's 1-800-DEL-FAIR.
Yep.
There's, I'm sure, plenty of seats. There's always seats in the grandstand. But it's just fun if you've never been there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just,
And
I was just amazed the first year, the amount of people and the amount of fun that they have on the backstretch.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun back there.
And if you can't be there, next best thing would be join us 5 days at Delaware.
Yeah, we'll be starting at 10:30 in the morning. I think is our first. We'll have the Trackside Live. We'll be doing some interviews and got some people lined up, and then we'll move right into the countdown to post time, and then we'll go right to the races and wrap it up after that. And then, of course, the speaker series, which will start, I think, at 8:30 on Wednesday and Thursday morning. We'll have 2 of those. So, yeah, you can be with us all day long, especially Wednesday and Thursday.
This is the first division of the 2025 G&L Vance Memorial Pace. The first division getting a blanket from Defiance Chiropractic Center. They're going for a purse of $2,650. Number 1 is Awesome Beach. She's a bay mare, 5 years old, by Rockin' Image out of Skinny Dip, Hanover, by Some Beach Somewhere. All by Rockstar Meadows of Spencerville, Indiana. Trained by Jesse Schmucker. Driven this afternoon by Pierce Henry. Lifetime earnings over $17,000. The lifetime mark 157 4/5. Number 2 is Ramblin' Rockstar. He's a bay gelding, 4 years old, by Freaky Feet Pete. Out of Flying Mocha by Blissful Hall. All by Marcus Schmucker, Spencerville, Indiana. Trained by Jesse Schmucker. Driven this afternoon by Mark St. Louis Jr. Lifetime earnings over $24,000. A lifetime mark 154 3/5. Number 3 is It Like It Looks? He's a bay gelding, 9 years old, by Tell It Like It Is out of Miss Liz by Better's Delight. All by JP Racing LLC of Pendleton, Indiana. And Joseph D. Putnam of Middletown, Indiana. Trained by Joe Putnam, the driver Zach Hires. And this horse has won over $321,000 lifetime with a lifetime mark 151 1/5. And number 4 is Fred's Nightmare. He's a bay gelding, 8 years old, by Fred and Ginger out of Nightlife by Life Sign. Owned and trained by Becky Zubkoff of LaSalle, Michigan. Driven this afternoon by Drew Neal. Lifetime earnings over $160,000. A lifetime mark 151 3/5. Those are your horses for the first division of the 2025 G&L Vance Memorial Pace.
Well, Fred's Nightmare did not want to go the wrong way of the track. He said, I just want to go raceway and get this done. But somebody came out and helped him. It's old horses, they get like that.
They get set in their ways.
Yeah,
yes.
Absolutely. So we'll go over the horses in this race. This is the 4-year-old and up Signature Series Pace. If you're looking for results, standings for the Signature Series, it's signatureseries.us. And you can go and click on the leaderboards and find out who's on top. Awesome Beach and Pierce Henry from the rail for Jesse Schmucker. Rockstar Meadows from Spencerville, Indiana, own this 5-year-old mare. She's by Rockin' Image out of Some Beach Somewhere mare. Skinny Dip Hanover. Just 37 lifetime starts, so very lightly raced for a 5-year-old. Has had 2 wins. The fastest of those was 157 4 this year at the Meadows, the 5-ace mile track.
Mark St. Louis Jr. will drive number 2, Ramblin' Rockstar, for Jessica Schmucker. Spencerville, Indiana. 17 starts this year, 4 wins, 24,000 lifetime, 154 3 at the Meadows.
And the oldest horse in this race is the 9-year-old It Like It Looks? Zachary Hires will drive for trainer Joe Putnam. JP Racing LLC and Joseph Putnam are the owners. A Tell It Like It Is out of a Better's Delight mare. 177 lifetime starts, 46 wins, $321,000 in earnings, and a 6-year-old mark of 151 1 at Northfield Park.
4, Fred's Nightmare, Drew Neal, Becky Zubkoff. 8-year-old Bingo, the son of Fred and Ginger. 160,000 lifetime, 151 3 at Miami Valley as a 7-year-old just a year ago. Susan adding up the career earnings over $500,000.
Wow.
To be exact, 525,000 lifetime for this field of 4. The winningest horse with 46 career wins is the 3. Is It Like It Looks? And he's also the highest money winner with $321,504 in earnings.
I take back that Fred's Nightmare didn't want to turn the right way or the wrong way of the track because he didn't want to turn the right way either. He just doesn't want to turn. Had to go back to the draw gate and get somebody to help him, but he's obviously done this a lot and raced very well. 135 lifetime starts, just got that little quirk to him. He doesn't want to turn.
Awesome Beach. Then comes Ramblin' Rockstar. Is It Like It Looks? With Fred's Nightmare on the outside. They're at the post. Starting gate is rolling now. There they come. They're off in the first division of the G-Now Vance Memorial Pace. The first horse away on the outside is Fred's Nightmare. At the rail second is Ramblin' Rockstar. Moving up on the outside third, that's Is It Like It Looks? And the last horse off stride is Awesome Beach. As they make the turn now to head down the backside to race over toward that quarter-mile mark, Drew Deal has Fred's Nightmare on top by about 5.5 lengths. Moving up second now is It Like It Looks? Driven by Zach Hires. Racing third is Ramblin' Rockstar, driven by Mark St. Louis. And the last horse after going off stride is Awesome Beach, driven by Pierce Hendry. Past that quarter-mile mark, that's Fred's Nightmare by about 3.5 lengths. First quarter paced in 29 2/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stand for the first time, still with the lead, that is Fred's Nightmare. Is It Like It Looks? Races in their second. Ramblin' Rockstar third, and farther back fourth is Awesome Beach. Front three are well bunched as they come to the half-mile mark. That's Drew Deal and Fred's Nightmare bringing the horses to the half. Sitting in the golden chair second is Zach Hires with Is It Like It Looks? Right there third is Ramblin' Rockstar, and last is Awesome Beach. First half pace in 59 3/5 seconds. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over to that three-quarter mile mark. They've got to catch Fred's Nightmare. 2.5 lengths back second is It Like It Looks? Racing third, Ramblin' Rockstar, and last horse is Awesome Beach. Going toward that three-quarter mile mark. That's Fred's Nightmare now opening up about 5 lengths on Is It Like It Looks? Ramblin' Rockstar continues to pace third, and fourth is Awesome Beach. 3 quarters in 1:29. As they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt, that's Fred's Nightmare by about 5.5 lengths over Is It Like It Looks with Ramblin' Rockstar third. As they race toward home, that's Fred's Nightmare and Is It Like It Looks? Fred's Nightmare and Is It Like It Looks? It's going to be Fred's Nightmare wire to wire, and here the outcome. Up for place is It Like It Looks? Up for third is Ramblin' Rockstar. A mile and 1:58 3/5.
Didn't want to turn, but he likes to leave the gate pretty quick.
He does, yeah, absolutely. Unusual for horses in this kind of a series, the Signature Series, to make breaks, but both the 1 and the 2 made breaks early. But Fred's Nightmare, let's see if he turns now to come back to the winner's circle, or maybe he's going to keep going around the way he's headed.
Turns pretty easy.
Oh, sure, now he turns. But you know what? If I owned Fred, that would be just fine. He can be a little cantankerous. He's made $160,000.
Mind you, once again, that there'll be a trophy given at the conclusion of the races today for the owner of the fastest pace of the week, and then the driver of the fastest pace of the week. That trophy is courtesy of Sylvie Rose Bears of Edgerton, and the driver of the fastest pace of the week will receive $50 courtesy of Bill and Chris Webb. And this mile of 1:58 3/5 currently is the fastest pacing mile of the week.
Well, that's really nice.
Yes.
Give him that. Give him
Drew
this
Neal
extra.
will get his second winning drive of the day.
Michigan comes number 4, Fred's Nightmare. Owned and trained by Becky Zubkoff and driven to victory this afternoon by Drew Neal. Now, we'll have again 2 pictures taken. This horse will receive the Defiance Chiropractic Center blanket. And then we'll have a picture taken of the G-Now Vance Memorial blanket, which will go to the winner of the faster division of the G-Now Vance Memorial Pace. All right, but this the Defiance Chiropractic Center blanket will go there to Fred's Nightmare, the winner of this first division. So we'll have that picture taken first. All right, now we'll have a picture taken of the G. Vance Memorial blanket, which will go to the winner of the faster division of this G. Vance Memorial Pace. And Tom and Tim Vance and Shirley and Barb Vance and some of the other Vance family members are in the winner's circle for this presentation. Let's have a big hand for Becky Zubkoff and Drew Neal and Fred's Nightmare at Defiance Chiropractic Center and the G. Vance family for giving these blankets in for this race.
4, 3, 2, 1.
We'll get the rundown for you in just a second.
There are the official placing for race 9 from the top. Rowan Awesome Beach was 4th. Number 2, Ramblin' Rockstar was 3rd. Number 3, Is It Like It Looks was 2nd. Number 4, Fred's Nightmare was the winner. Time of the first quarter was 29 2/5. The half was in 59 3/5. The 3 quarters in 129 with a mile in 158 3/5. From the top it should read 4, 3, 2, 1 on the bottom. The mile in 158 3/5. And the upcoming race 10, number 3, Hillary's Girl. Make the driver Rod Allums Jr. Rod Allums Jr. will have number 3, Hillary's Girl. There will be win, place, exacta, and trifecta wagering and race. Need a representative of Sam Schweitzer Realty, Trackside Athletics race for the trophy presentation.
Okay, so the second half of our two-year-old and 3-year-old pace coming up. We had 2 divisions of that, both going for a purse of $1,000. Lots of overnights here at Defiance.
Yeah, I was thinking of that earlier, and it was the same way the other night. You don't see that too much.
No, a lot of fairs. I mean, they have to have one overnight, but they don't have to have any more, and a lot of them don't. But I think that they have so much community support here that it's kind of nice to have these overnights for people. We'll be back to talk about all the horses in this race, the penultimate, right after these messages.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
So we got a note from Becky Zubkov said Fred normally is okay to turn. He was hooked too close to the bike and it was scaring him. So our apologies to Fred for talking about him. But like I said, he can pretty much do what he wants to. Horse like that has won so much money and such a good old racehorse.
Well,
and I believe Becky is in, she was the one that told us very early that she's in Batavia. She must have something in to race
I don't know
out
if they
there.
have their fair finals in New York, if they would be held there tonight.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're not fair finals, they're Sire Stakes.
Sire Stakes? Well, let us know, Becky. Let us know why you're out there in Batavia.
Get set for the post parade here for the 10th. Both last two races are condition, last three races condition races today. Another division, I believe, of the Signature Series in the final.
$2,500 lifetime. Also eligible maidens, going for a purse of $1,000 and a blanket courtesy of Sam Schweitzer Realty. And one is Buster Shady, owned and trained by Bill Webb at Defiance, the driver Mark Hedworth. Number 2 is Skyway City Girl, owned by Jeff Arnold of Ossian, Indiana, trained by Byron Hooley, the driver Mark St. Louis Jr. Number 3 is Hillary's Girl, owned by Janie Weller, Republic, Ohio, and Charles Mooney of Avon Lake, Ohio, trained by Janie Weller and the driver Rod Adams Jr. And number 4 is Evelina It Is, owned by JP Racing LLC of Pendleton, Indiana, trained by Joe Putnam, the driver Zach Hires. Horses will take one score and go to the gate. Mutuendo's closing in 4 minutes. There's win, place, exacta, and trifecta wagering here in race 10. Against the arms, beginning your horses ready for race 11.
Well, Susan, this 10th race is a field of 4. The one is Buster Shady, Mark Hedworth. Mark looking for his 3rd winning drive of the day. Teams up with Bill Webb once again. 3-0 Bago to the son of Shady Shark Hanover out of the Indian Fever mare. Wahala looking for her 4th win, has 3 wins on the year, 2 seconds, 2 thirds. Lifetime right at 32,000. Took a mark earlier in the year of 156-3 at Northfield Park.
Skyway City Girl, Mark St. Louis Jr. will drive for Byron Hooley. Jeffrey Arnold from Ossian, Indiana, the owner. This is a 3-year-old filly by Rockin' Image out of an Art Major mare. 10 starts on the year, does have a pair of thirds. Those were both at Hoosier Park. 5 starts as a 2-year-old, did not hit the board then, so just a little under $4,000 earned lifetime.
3 Hillary's Girl, Rod Adams Jr. 3-0 Bay filly by Lather Up out of the Some Beach Somewhere mare. Hillary's Style, 2 starts this year, has yet to hit the board. Actually only 5 lifetime starts, a little over $1,600. Looked as though it may have been a purchase from the King Coffin stable back on the 26th of July and went to the Weller barn. And the 3 Hillary's Girls, we said, making her 3rd start. Last time out was 5th, beaten 12 leagues. Did pace a mile in 2:01.1, so shows some promise there. A big improvement at Oak Harbor.
Evelina It Is, Zach Hires up for trainer Joe Putnam and JP Racing from Pendleton, Indiana. This is a 3-year-old filly by Tell It Like It Is out of a Sports Writer mare. 11 starts this year, has not hit the board yet, but does has 4 seconds. Last start has been racing at Hoosier Park, and last start finished 6th, but paced a mile in 55-3, coming home 28-2. Becky Zubkov said her husband is in Batavia. He's an associate judge there.
Okay, I did hear that earlier in the year that he was working in Batavia.
Okay, so let's turn it over to Bill Peters for the 10th race here at Hicksville.
Here they come. They're off and pacing. The first horse away is Buster Shady. In their second is Skyway City Girl. Hillary's Girl moves up 3rd, and the last horse, Evelina It Is. As they make the turn now to head down the backside to race over the quarter-mile mark, Mark Hedworth has Buster Shady on top by a length and a half over Skyway City Girl, driven by Mark St. Louis Jr. Third is Hillary's Girl, driven by Rod Adams Jr. The last horse, Evelina, it is driven by Zach Hires. Going to that quarter-mile mark, that's Buster Shady by 2 lengths. Racing second, Skyway City Girl. Hillary's Girl continues to pace third, followed by Evelina, it is. First quarter pace in 33 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stand for the first time. With the lead is Buster Shady. Skyway City Girl still racing second, followed by Hillary's Girl and Evelina, it is. The horses are pretty well bunched as they race down to the half-mile mark. That's Mark Hedworth and Buster Shady bringing the horses to the half. Sitting in the golden chair second is Mark St. Louis Jr. with Skyway City Girl. Hillary's Girl is still in there third. Racing fourth, Evelina, it is. First half paced in 1:04 as they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that 3/4 mile mark. The one to catch is Buster Shady. The closest horse second is Skyway City Girl. Racing in their third is Hillary's Girl, and the last horse is Evelina, it is. No change going to the 3/4 mile mark. Buster Shady still on top by 2 lengths over Skyway City Girl. Then comes Hillary's Girl, and Evelina, it is. 3/4 in 1:35 2/5. As they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt, here comes Mark St. Louis up on the outside with Skyway City Girl. But Buster Shady answers the call and paces right on. That's Buster Shady and Skyway City Girl as they race through the lane. Buster Shady and Skyway City Girl, and closing fast on the outside is Hillary's Girl. But it's going to be Buster Shady, and here the outcome. Skyway City Girl up for place, up for third was Hillary's Girl. 2:03 4/5. The mile was in 2:03 4/5.
Needed a couple reminders there around the 5/8. Did you notice that? One horse kind of forgot what was going on out there. And Mark's like, oh, hey, come on now.
Let's go.
Back half in 59-1. 2:03 4. Buster Shady. Another Bill Webb and Mark Hedworth victory here today. 4th of the season for Buster Shady.
Finished just the way they started.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's a charter's dream.
Yes.
Have them all stay in post position order. Like Rod Adams really had his hands full at the half. That horse was really wanted to go. But usually when we get to the signature series, we're racing in the dark here.
Yes. It was tough to see the other night. We got out of here at 10:29, I believe, the last race.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. That is late.
10 or 11's a nice number of races. You can't determine what you're going to have. After that, it gets to drag a little.
Yeah. People get tired and they leave. Mike Webkenberg always says 9 o'clock is the magic hour. It should be done by 9.
Owned and trained by Bill Webb and driven to victory this afternoon by Mark Hedworth. The blanket for this race is courtesy of Sam Schweitzer Realty. That's really hard here for Bill Webb, Bruce Forker, Mark Hedworth, and Buster Shady, and to Sam Schweitzer Realty, the donors of the blanket. And the official placings, race 10 from the top. Number 1, Buster Shady was the winner. Number 2, Skyway City Girl was second. Number 3, Hillary's Girl was third. And number 4, Evelina It Is, was fourth. Time of the first quarter was 33 seconds. The half was in 1:04. The 3/4 in 1:35 2/5, with a mile in 2:03 4/5. From the top, it should read 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. The mile in 2:03 4/5. In the upcoming race 11, there'll be win, place, show, exacta, and trifecta wagering. The representatives of Carpet Wholesalers and the GL Vansville family trackside after the next race for the trophy presentation. Mike mentioned that since we're all finished with trotting races, that trophy sponsored by Batten Stevens Body Shop for to the owner of the fastest trot of the week will go to Judy Rogner, the owner of Rankin. And the driver of that horse will receive $50 courtesy of Sylvie Rose Bears, and that would be Drew Neal. So at the end of the races, after this next race, we'll need Drew Neal down here, be among people down here to the winner's circle after this next race to receive his check for $50 for driving the fastest trot of the week.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
We're going to get a little extra food money at the fair food money. So 11th race coming up is our second division of the Signature Series Pace. 5 in it. Got some good ones in here. So we will be back to take a look at all 5 right after our commercial break.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Hey kids, we invite you to join the Backstretch Buddies Club, a fun and free club for kids 12 and under who love horses and wants to be a part of harness racing in Ohio. Once you've signed up, you will be able to join Willie Winnett and exciting adventures and receive awesome surprises. Sign up today using the QR code.
Bill Peters was just thanking the track crew. He said they were up most of the night trying to get the track back in shape. They did have a demo derby, which probably was out there, but still, you know, it does dig up the track because people are on it.
I don't know. I ran out there to grab a pair of scalpers earlier, and there were car parts on the track.
Oh, really? Yeah. So they did it on the track.
Yeah, I think they are at least close to it. It must have been quite an event.
Okay. Wow.
The grandstand kind of took a beating. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of people in here last night drinking beer and pop and eating food, looks like.
Yeah, it is. Looks like it needs a washing.
Power washing would help, yeah.
Those big events, I remember at my home fair in Wisconsin when we had the demolition derby, it was on the track, and it was they would do a pretty good job. It was up to the horsemen to go around and pick up the windshield wipers and the stuff, and we kind of made a contest out of it, who found the best tool. And I got a really nice hammer one year that I still have that was just laying there. So it's it does wreak havoc on the track, but Bill said they were up most of the night trying to get it in good shape.
They did a very good job. Track looks good.
Yeah, I mean, we did have a mile in 58 and 2.
Apiece.
A new 3-year-old filly trotting track record, so pretty nice.
This is the second division of the Gene L. Vance Memorial Pace. This is for 4-year-olds and up, a part of the Signature Series. This division getting a blanket from Carpet Wholesalers and Defiance Brand Napoleon. They're going for a purse of $2,725 in this division. And one is Born to Ramble. He's a bay gelding, 5 years old, by Stay Hungry, out of Burlesque by Mach 3. Owned, trained and driven by Rick Miller of Defiance. Lifetime earnings over $107,000. A lifetime mark 153 3/5. Number 2 is Better Be Swift. He's a bay gelding, 8 years old, by Better's Delight, out of Swift and Shout by Rock and Roll Hanover. Owned by Whitney Johnson of Northfield, Ohio. Trained and driven by Jacob Baird. Lifetime earnings over $205,000. A lifetime mark 153. Number 3 is Odds on Wendy. She's a bay mare, 6 years old, by Rocket Image, out of Seashell, Hanover, by Some Beach Somewhere. Owned by Rockstar Meadows of Spencerville, Indiana. Trained by Jesse Schmucker. Driven this afternoon by Emmanuel Miller. Lifetime earnings over $36,000. A lifetime mark 152 4/5. Number 4 is She's All Jacked Up. She's a bay mare, 6 years old, by If I Can Dream, out of Miss Picasso by Real Artist. Owned by Dan and Landon Code of Covington, Ohio. Trained by Roy Justice. Driven this afternoon by Drew Neal. Lifetime earnings over $161,000. A lifetime mark 152. Number 5 is Intrepid Ivy. He's a bay gelding, 9 years old, by Always a Virgin, out of Iva Miracle by Electric Yankee. Owned and trained by Stacey Curry of Thorntonville, Ohio. Driven this afternoon by Mark St. Louis Jr. Lifetime earnings over $345,000. A lifetime mark 149 1/5. Those are your horses for the second division of the 2025 Gene L. Vance Memorial Pace. This is your final chance to wager here at the 2025 Defiance County Fair. Hurry and don't be shut out. There's Win, Place, Show, Exacta, and Trifecta Wager.
Susan, this field of 5 added earnings up $856,000 lifetime. The fastest horse, the 5 Intrepid Ivy, took the mark this year as a 9-year-old at Scioto Downs of 149 1.
And I was going to say, what a good-looking horse that Intrepid Ivy
I saw
is.
him warming up, but I mean, I knew who it was, but I mean, he is just a classy-looking horse.
Yeah, great, and obviously very fast. So from the rail, we have Born to Ramble. Richard Miller drives, trains, and owns. This is a 5-year-old gelding by Stay Hungry. Was purchased as a yearling of $13,000. Has already earned $107,000 just in his 3 years of racing. 97 lifetime starts. Go really close to that 100 lifetime start, which every horse deserves a party on their 100th start. I got a mark of 155 at Northfield this year. Lifetime mark 153 3 at Northfield Park.
2 Better Be Swift, Jacob Baird. Drives and trains 8-year-old Bagel, the son of Better's Delight. 149 lifetime starts, 15 wins, 15 seconds, 17 thirds, 205,000 lifetime for Better Be Swift.
Odds on Wendy and Emmanuel Miller for Jesse Smucker. This horse is a 6-year-old mare with just 47 lifetime starts, a mark of 152 4.
4 She's All Jacked Up, Drew Neal for Roy Justice. 161,000 lifetime, 16 career wins, 152 at Miami Valley.
And Mark St. Louis Jr. driving Intrepid Ivy, the 9-year-old gelding that's had 215 lifetime starts, mark of 49 1.
Here they come. They're off in the second division of the 2025 Gene L. Vance Memorial Pace. The first horse away is Odds on Wendy. In their second, She's All Jacked Up. Moving up on the outside third is Intrepid Ivy. Off stride now goes Odds on Wendy. As they make the turn now to head down the backside to race over toward that quarter-mile mark, Drew Neal has She's All Jacked Up on top by a length and a half. Pacing in their second is Intrepid Ivy, driven by Mark St. Louis Jr. Third is Born to Ramble, driven by Rick Miller. Fourth is Odds on Wendy, driven by Emmanuel Miller. And the last horse is Better Be Swift, driven by Jacob Baird. First quarter paced in 29 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stands for the first time. She's All Jacked Up by a length and a half over Intrepid Ivy. Racing third is Born to Ramble. Fourth, as they race down toward the half, that's Odds on Wendy. The last horse off stride is Better Be Swift. Coming to the half-mile mark, there's no change. That's still She's All Jacked Up now by about 2.5 lengths over Intrepid Ivy. Born to Ramble third, and racing fourth, That's Odds on Wendy. First half pace in 58 and 2/5 seconds. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that 3/4 mile mark. The one to catch is She's All Jacked Up. About 6 lengths back second is Intrepid Ivy. Moving up third is Born to Ramble. Fourth is Odds on Wendy, and then comes Better Be Swift. Going toward that 3/4 mile mark. With the lead is She's All Jacked Up. Racing up second now is Born to Ramble. Back to third is Intrepid Ivy. First 3/4 in 1:27 and 4/5. As they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt, we could have a new track record with a real fast last quarter here. Racing out down the finish. That's She's All Jacked Up. Let's bring her home. She's All Jacked Up. Maybe going for that track record. She's All Jacked Up, and here the outcome. Up for place is Born to Ramble. It looks like Intrepid Ivy is going to get up for show. A mile in 1:57 and 3/5. Didn't make the track record, but is the fastest mile of the week.
So Drew Neal's going to get $100. He had the fastest trotter in
yep.
Rankin, I believe, and now the fastest pacer with She's All Jacked Up. 29, 58 and 2, 27 and 4, 57 and 3. What is the overall track record? I have it somewhere here.
I think it's 55 and 3.
55 and 3.
Yeah.
So.
Mark Hedworth driving, and Gary Gillian.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Which horse was it?
Arizona Dawn.
Oh, yeah. 2013.
2013, yeah. 55
You're just
and
about
3.
as good as Jay Wolf with memory.
No,
You are.
Somebody was up here earlier and said that was last time he had seen Gary Gillen was when he had Arizona Dawn here in 2013.
Oh, gosh.
So
Something obviously going on with Intrepid Ivy because that was very uncharacteristic
Yes.
the way that horse raced.
Had no pace whatsoever
Right.
coming home. Very, very unlike Intrepid Ivy.
Yeah. But kudos to She's All Jacked Up. 6-year-old mare. Now has 17 lifetime wins. Yeah. David Mikert says the PIE Flash put that group to sleep.
In Ohio comes number 4. She's All Jacked Up. Owned by Dan and Landon Coate. Trained by Roy Justice. And driven to victory here this afternoon by Drew Neal. Now, Drew Neal is going to hit the jackpot here because he week, and he also drove the fastest trot of the week. So he's going to get both of those $50 checks when they get down there to him. And Roy Justice here, or somebody's going to get that the coach are going to get the trophy for the owners of the fastest pace of the week. So first we're going to give the Carpet Wholesalers Defiance brand Napoleon blanket. That goes to She's All Jacked Up for winning the second division. That's the first thing. All right, now we'll have the blanket, the G&L Vance Memorial Pace blanket will also go to She's All Jacked Up for winning in the faster division of the G&L Vance Memorial Pace. And now we have a trophy here for the fastest pace of the week. That also goes to She's All Jacked Up. That's courtesy of Sylvie Rose Bears of Edgerton. And Drew Neal is going to get 2 checks here for $50. One for driving the fastest trot of the week with Rankin, and also driving the fastest pace of the week here with She's All Jacked Up. Let's have a big hand here for Roy Justice and Drew Neal and She's All Jacked Up. And the Carpet Wholesalers, the donors of the blanket for this race division, and the G&L Vance family for giving the blanket for the faster division of the G&L Vance Memorial Pace.
Yeah, very nice touch for here at Hicksville to do
Yes.
things like that. It makes it a little extra special. Those are some big trophies that they got.
Number 1, Born to Ramble was second. Number 2, Better Be Swift was 5th. Number 3, Odds on Wendy was 4th. Number 4, She's All Jacked Up was the winner. Number 5, Intrepid Ivy was third. Time of the first quarter was 29 seconds. Half was in 58 2/5. The 3/4 in 127 4/5, with a mile in 157 3/5. From the top, it should read 2, 5, 4, 1, 3 on the bottom. The mile in 157 3/5, the fastest mile of the week. Well, that concludes our racing.
So that's it for us here at the Defiance County Fair here in Hicksville. No fair racing tomorrow, but everybody ought to rest up because it's a big week, a couple of big weeks coming up.
And Monday, OHHA team will be at Mount Gilead with, I think they have 7. I'm going to look here quick, well, before we sign off. We have 7 at Richwood for the doubleheader, 7 each card. See if any other entries are up. Mount Gilead, is that at 11 o'clock post time, Susan?
Yes, 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock on Monday, 11 a.m. on Tuesday. We got Caldwell, 6 p.m., both Monday and Tuesday. Richwood, 11 and 3 on Tuesday, a doubleheader.
Entries are not up yet for Mount Gilead's Tuesday card.
Okay, so get your extra TVs out of the basement and hook them all up so you can watch all this fair racing.
Watch fair racing or go to the horse sale and buy a sale.
That's right.
Buy a horse.
Buy a horse.
Buy a sale.
Buy a horse.
Buy a horse.
So for Doug Ballinger, Matt Clark, and myself, Susan Schroeder, I want to thank everybody for joining in. Thanks for all the birthday wishes, guys. I really appreciate that. And for our whole OHHA team, have a great rest of your day.